All right. All right. We might still have some residual lagging going on. I don't know what's going on. But I'm here. I'm here. I was fighting a little bit with with some of the back end stuff. Apologize for the delay. But they've done an update to roll 20 that I'm not impressed by. But I think we've lost most of the lag. Still getting little bits here and there. We're just gonna have to put up with it today because it's too late to adjust anything. So oh well. You notice little bits of lag or like spikes of it, and you're in the chat, please do let me know. Um, I was noticing it while we were sitting here waiting, so I was trying to troubleshoot what I could shut down. And ultimately, the easiest solution to get our frames back was to just shut down Skeleton for today. So this is going to be a boneless stream. Just for today, and then I'll be able to troubleshoot that off stream and try to figure out what they did and if I can roll it back. Thanks for the folders, guys. I'm never gonna use them. Anyways, so yeah, if you're wondering why there's no skeleton, that's why. But we can get right into it today. Let's get the stream started, shall we? It's been delayed long enough. Anyways. Also, we weren't an hour late because of that. That's not why. It was just a scheduling thing. That's why we're not late because of that. So don't worry. I wasn't sitting here for an hour trying to figure that out. Anyways. Let's get into it. If you guys as well notice any lag, because I know you guys sometimes have the stream open. If you guys notice any lag, please do let me know.
Yeah.
Anyways. Previously on Gaunt's Gold. The party are preparing for the heist of the ages. Prepping to rob the high security vault of Lady Gwendolyn Gaunt in the city of Marenhall. But to do so, they needed to do some prep work. They needed to case the joint, if you will. And so they got to work scouting Evermore Bank and Holdings, as well as getting the lay of the land around town, figuring out what sort of resources they're going to need for the heist, as well as what allies they might be able to find to aid their cause. And so now, after doing most of the scouting work, they now need to prep the things that they can prep before the day of, so that they don't need to leave anything to chance. And so, as we get back into things, the party were investigating potentially how to blast through the floor of one of the weakened under construction vaults in order to access the lower parts of the bank. But to do so, they needed explosives, of course. And so they consulted with an alchemist who advised them a list of ingredients that they need to gather, one of which actually they were already looking for. And so they set their eyes on finding a cure for some of the ills of the farmers down in the stilts, so that they can aid them and get access to their Domsha peppers. But to do so, they needed to help the plants grow, and so they turned for the aid of the court wizard of Lady Mary Swan, the Lord Steward of the city they currently are in. And after speaking with the court wizard, they were advised where they might find some alchemical components, but were warned that perhaps the business being conducted at those premises might be illicit. And if it was, she would very much appreciate if they would shut it down. Or at least notify her. And so after their meeting with the court wizard, which we'll just go right back to here, at the very end of their visit, the court wizard herself, Alicia Avalinius Umbridge, advised them one last thing: if you're going to rob Lady Gaunt, do so without harming any innocents, or she will arrest them. And so the party, after agreeing to her terms and conditions, were escorted back through the estate towards the main gate. So that's where we'll get right back into things. Did I miss anything? Anything important? A lot of stuff, but I was skimming. Just go back and watch the other episode. There's a lot to cover here. Anyways, not noticed much lag, so we'll just get right into it. So, as you guys turn away from Alicia and back towards leaving the garden and into the estate proper, you're met by Aja, who kind of nods and escorts you back inside. And so unless you guys have any other questions for the people here, she's just leading you guys back.
Do we have any
Just a-
questions?
Just as a reminder for myself, she put us on a quest to go check out an unsanctioned, like magic shop, right? Or
Not a
somebody
shop,
who's-
no.
Not a shop. just-
But
person?
she mentioned that while she'd like to help you, she lacks some of the components that you'd need for something like that. What you're trying to accomplish, the tonic that you're trying to brew to mix in with the soil to make the plants grow better. You're missing a few key ingredients that she doesn't have. But she did mention that there were a few places in town that might have something like that. One of which she started to say a magic shop, but then realized that it was closed down, and then said, but there is also a sort of illicit underground operation that she can't quite observe. She says they might have what you're looking for, but she doesn't really know. And she said that if you were to go investigate it, since she officially can't, because it might cause a ruckus, if you were to go investigate it for her and notify her what's going on there, then she would just sort of look the other way if a few pieces of evidence went missing.
And it was a place that we kind of remembered. Yeah, okay. It's going back to me now.
You
got it.
recall that building down in the stilts that was locked up with an arcane lock.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So, as you guys are escorted back out, you make your way back through those tall gates to the exterior of the Mariswa estate. Back over the drawbridge. What would you like to do?
We had a plan for the day, didn't we?
I can show you
How
your
do-
map in which you've scrawled
Yes,
in pencil.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be helpful.
All right. You unfurl the map.
Dang. You drew a lot.
Okay. Well, we went to the markets.
To recap, you started your day at the Tipsy Quipper, went down to the markets to visit the Diabolist, then quickly ducked into Fer de Lavenois to pick up some almond rolls for Miss Almond, who turned out to be the court wizard all along. And then you quickly darted up here, and then you did mention that you wanted to double back to the Artisan District after visiting the Mariswa estate. So you're currently
Nice.
standing here. But you did also mention after you went to the Artisan District that you wanted to stop by the magic shop that you also knew was abandoned. Though you know something she doesn't, and that's that there is a little bird guy in the basement doing his own thing. So
Oh
you
my gosh, guys. Sorry, I thought the vampire and the bird dude were in the same basement. I forgot we've been in several basements.
We've been in a lot of abandoned buildings.
Oh my gosh.
We've just kind of been in many
that was a whole
basements,
quest line.
It just goes to show that we are good at breaking into places.
We really
okay?
are. Like we've
Yeah,
done a pretty
yeah.
good job.
flexing our skills.
We're growing. And we wanted to stop by in the Artisan District. It was the brewery, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere to find the Cinderstone, I think, for the
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
As a part of your list of ingredients for the bomb that you guys are building in Minecraft Twitch.
Minecraft,
Yeah.
Minecraft ball. Minecraft 20.
You were told by Rourke that he needs something to ignite the bomb, an ignition switch that will be able to let you stand back from the bomb and not blow yourselves up too. And he said that they might have something like that in the brewery that they use to superheat and thus sterilize their alcohol. And he said, don't steal the one from the machine, steal the spares. But that might be obvious.
Okay. All right.
That was why you said you wanted to double back to the brewery, but you can change
Yeah,
your plans if you
yeah.
want.
I think that sounds good. Is anyone up for?
What? Why do we
Small
want to go to
heist?
the Birdman basement again?
I think
Or-
to check about.
You wanted
which-
to
which-
ask him about the stuff that you'd learned from Alicia,
Yeah.
because you knew that
Oh,
he was an
and-
alchemist as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we also wanted to check out the shop to see if it had stuff that we need. I
Mhm.
can't remember.
Because
Excuse
wasn't
me.
the sprig of St. Willow's thistle like? We wanted to check if there was some kind of because it's used in wands, right? We wanted to see if there was any
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you were told it's used often in spell focuses, and so
Mhm.
he said you can probably find some at like any place affiliated with magic stores or shops like that, or
Yeah.
the Abbey. He said would have it because they would use it for their potions as well.
Yeah,
Maybe
but we
we wanna
were
steal it.
like we don't really want to steal it from them or take it from them because they might need it, but we'll see.
Yeah, so that was why you wanted to stop back at Creek Rock.
All right. Yes, the morning's
Big
events are
rock.
all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
It's not been 2 weeks. It's just been a couple hours.
So,
Alright, that-
sticking to your plan then, back to the Artisan District?
Yeah, sounds good with me.
Very well. Nobody has anything else they want to do, then we will just, we'll do that. Alright, I don't know where I left you guys on this map, so let's find out. Okay, cool.
Oh, by the fountain.
Yeah, you come in from the north. That's probably about right. All right, so you wander your way back to the city streets and soon arrive. You can kind of hear it in the distance. You can hear hammers against the anvil and craftsmen working kind of before you even arrive in the artisan district. But as you step there, you can see that the workmen are, well, they're hard at work. And nobody really pays you much mind because they're all busy about their day as you wander through. Where would you like to go?
Ooh, I have a question. Wasn't Graham? Is that how you
Oh
pronounce?
yeah, this person's gone.
Graham Cracker, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
Graham crackers.
yeah.
Yeah, that is why he's named that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't he supposed to be making something for Kgox, or were we supposed to be getting?
Yeah, you
him
asked him to make some bracers, but I think he asked for. What did you ask for? Here, you tell me.
Wasn't it,
An
like,
elephant,
orange?
an elephant never forgets, and well, I may have misplaced a thought or two.
I believe it was some sort of bracer. I think you said, right?
I think it was leather brace. I think it was like leather bracers
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. That sounds correct. That sounds exactly correct.
I
have
remember some
found
sort
the
of
thought.
discussion about bone, but I don't remember if you actually told him. I think he said if you procure the bone, I'll do that, but otherwise it'll just be leather.
I think we were including the thought of bone because the conversation had sparked Leah's interest.
Yeah,
True.
I think that was the
Bones.
discussion. I think he said if you bring me some bone before I finish this, I'll work it into the bracer. But if you don't, then I'll just make a leather bracer for you. We'll say that's canon,
Okay.
since I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go
That's
watch the
canon.
VOD right now.
I have taken that thought peanut and I have stored it away.
Whoa.
Oh,
Hot
peanut.
peanut. That's so cute.
So, what would you like to do, gang? Hello?
Which one? Oh, hello.
Everybody was
Hello?
silent.
Oh, I think I was
We want
waiting
to stand here and do
So I
nothing.
Yeah,
put
we just
more
wanna look
popcorn
around.
in my mouth.
I defer to the group. Everyone else knows what they're doing. I am an elephant.
You're still chewing on that thought peanut.
Yeah, gotta get all the protein out of that thought peanut.
He's having an allergic reaction to the thought peanut.
No!
Someone help him.
Ah,
Guys, where's this EpiPen?
Get us empty.
no.
No, sorry, didn't invent that yet.
No!
Oh,
Just doing it.
bye, K-Rox. Rest in peace. Rest in peanuts.
So, what would you like to do?
Peanuts.
I think the brewery is the one directly across from us, I would imagine. So maybe we should go check that out, but not be super suspicious. Because we kind of have to steal from them, right?
Yes, but is it suspicious to be going into a brewery? I wouldn't say it's suspicious to look for alcohol. We are all of drinking.
I heard alcohol. Where is the alcohol? Can I sniff out the alcohol?
Yeah, almost certainly. You can kind of smell like hops on the air.
Okay, I'm seeking it out. Where?
Because
like
this is why I
11 in the
laughed
morning.
last time when you guys were like, "There's a brewery. Where's the brewery? Did we walk past that?" Because yeah, it's the one with the barrels in front of it, guys.
We all got distracted by
those
the other
barrel.
3 buildings in the square and did not check that one out.
It's probably that
Is
one.
everybody
I
of
had to guess.
drinking age?
Well, I don't know. What's the drinking age?
Yeah, what's the
Alright.
drinking age?
I don't know. They don't care.
Okay. Fair.
Hello, 5-year-old on the street. Would you like a beer?
I feel like they just kind of use common sense. Like they're not going to give it to a toddler, but they're
I don't know,
not
man.
going
What
to
if a toddler
they're not
really
gonna
wants
like
to get
card a
beer?
17-year-old, you know?
The baby's got a bottle of Pinot Noir and just.
If I saw a baby with a bottle of Pinot Noir, I'd be freaking out. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, I'd be like, whoa, that baby can fucking hang.
I want to chill out with
Oh,
that baby.
baby.
Are you going with them?
Wait, yeah, sorry.
No, you're
I
just
was
gonna
reading
consider more
something on my
things up there.
character sheet. Yeah. I'm also chewing on the thought peanut.
So you walk your way up to the building in the southeast of the square, and as you get closer, Kigux, you can smell it from further away. But as you guys walk up to the door, the ever-present musk of alcohol hangs heavy in the air. You can even see steam kind of rising up from the rooftop that seems to carry that scent along with it. Outside are these massive stacks of kegs and barrels that kind of teeter a little precariously in the wind, but it's probably fine. That's not a health and safety. You guys aren't doing that anymore. that was the last quest. That quest is complete already.
Perhaps
But
we can
somehow
get
in our
more money.
minds.
We can get more money if we do work for health and safety.
And
true.
the door, it's not locked or anything. In fact, they're sort of welcoming anyone inside for customs. So you can just march your way in if that's what you want.
I marched my way.
Is it not like 11 in the morning? Like,
Okay,
It's
guys.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Well,
True.
you
Who taught
had
him
your
that?
you had your meeting with Alicia and all that, and so we'll say that it's around noon right now.
all right.
Still too early to be drinking, but a little better than 11, right?
Yeah. There's
So-
somebody else in here. Okay, we're good.
You enter the brewery and find it, as you said, mostly empty. And amongst the scattered bottles and stacked kegs, you can see a desk in the center of the room where a dwarf works, and he's kind of hard at work. He's scrawling away something in a stack of papers, but he looks up as he hears the door creak open and waves at you guys and says, "Hello there. Can I help you?"
Hi.
Welcome
where-
to Beringer's Brews. Are you looking for something in particular, or just here to browse? Or perhaps a custom order?
Oh, well,
To order?
I don't, maybe. I'm not quite sure yet, actually. We're new to town, so we just thought we'd come in and check out your lovely
Well,
establishment.
welcome to Marinhall then. Won't find a prettier city this side of the Seven Baronies.
Well, yes, I'd have to agree. It's quite beautiful.
But, as I said, you're welcome to just browse about. But if you've any questions, please do feel free to ask. Could use a bit of a distraction from the old work, if you know what I mean.
Yes, we do understand.
I suppose it goes without saying, but how rude of me. I am Beringer. I bear the name of the store itself, of course.
Yes. Oh, I'm Anthena. It's wonderful to meet you. And these are my friends. She'll gesture to you all to introduce yourselves.
Leah waves.
He waits awkwardly, expecting you to introduce yourself with your name too, Leah.
Nope.
And then just kind of looks to the next person after a 5-second awkward pause.
It's like,
Not
and
awkward.
my name is Sarisa, follower of Lady. I messed up. Hold on. A follower of Fortuna, and an agent of Lady Deetra.
Well, a pleasure to meet you. Deirdre, you said. Don't know that I've had anyone that important in my brewery before.
But,
But,
yes. Oh, we'll just be browsing if that's alright with you, good sir.
Very well. If you've any questions about the stock that I have on hand, or if you wish to try anything, please do feel free to ask.
Of
We do
course,
give out
thank
Try.
you.
free samples within reason, of course.
Kagog's teleporting. Free sample.
Free samples, instant transmission.
I am Kegox of Clan Stormhide, and I must say your brews smell amazing. And I smell.
Well, thank you for that. We do pride ourselves here on our flavors and also on, just how we can do just about anything. So if you've got some sort of a custom brew you're looking for, well, we can whip it up into a tasty alcohol. Lickety-split. I just want to say, you guys last session were like, how did Alicia track us? How did she figure out? You guys just dox yourself to everybody that you walk up to. It's so funny.
Leah
How on
is
earth did
now
she follow us?
exercising
How did she know what we were up to?
We're horrible criminals, dude.
In
We're
fairness,
still-
Anthena starts with the domino and then knocks it over.
she has manners. She was taught to introduce herself.
I know. I make you guys introduce yourself on purpose just to see if you'll do it.
That's hilarious.
No,
course.
he does.
Her
He
aunt
has
taught
us
her
introduce
well.
ourselves. He has us introduce ourselves so he can get the names of his NPCs to us because we never ask.
True. That's the hidden motive also. Because you guys never ask. Nobody ever asks NPC names, so I have to work it into the conversation.
No.
Anyway,
But
Sounds
anyway,
like
uh,
we're rude.
thought peanut has been consumed. I have a question. You said free samples. What do you have that is free?
well, it's not so much that we have free alcohol. It's that if you wish to taste one of our brews, you can sample it. And he kind
Yes,
of he
I would
pulls
like to
from
taste a brew.
from one of the drawers on his desk. He pulls out this little like kind of rack that he's got that has these basically like thimble-sized glasses.
Ooh, that's tasty.
I will try one of those.
All right, of what brew?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
And he just. Which one smells like? Which one smells like home? Does anything smell like home, or am I able to pinpoint that?
Let me think. I feel like yeah, probably. Let me see. Yeah, actually, he's got. It's a little hard to like discern all of them individually, but if you spent a little bit at browsing, you might recognize something.
That is what I would do. I would totally try to find something that was, that had the same kind of, content as what I would have had back home. Granted, his is probably more refined and less crude, but
Yeah, so
anything close.
yeah, so you spend a little bit browsing, and eventually you kind of get this like almost like nostalgia kind of hits you as you smell elderberries, and then you pick up this little stout flask, and well, I guess you can't really read it, but
No.
if you show it to him, he'll go, "Ah, the elderberry mead. That's a Stormlander specialty. We've just got a shipment of that just recently, actually. Is that what
Did
you'd like
you?
to try?"
Yes. And
Aye,
he's like
just recently.
jittery.
Not much makes it over the Midnight Veil, but from time to time we get some shipments, and so good to sell them when we get them. Quite popular down here because of its rarity, I suppose you could say. It's a little bit strong, but you look like you can handle it.
I can handle a great many things, and I smile again.
It's quite an old recipe, from what I've heard. We don't brew it here, but I did ask for the recipes from time to time. It's got a boiled elderberries, and they season it with stinging nettles.
Ooh.
Add rosehip and apples as well. Quite a lovely thing, but it's got a bit of a kick.
And Kagox,
As he's talking, he's uncorking it, and he's pouring you a little thimble of it.
okay, I reach out very gingerly, not with my trunk, but with my big hands, and I'm going to take the thimble in my thumb and forefinger of both hands and just kind of like cradle it there. I'm just going to sniff it for a bit, because this is not going to be enough to do anything to me. And I'm going to sniff it, and then I'm going to, I guess, try to put it in my mouth without accidentally eating the thimble.
Yeah, it's like thimble size for like everybody else,
Yeah.
but for you, it's like if you just like blinked, you'll just like forget where it even was in your hand.
Yeah. But I'm going to taste it and try to savor it.
Yeah, and so you get all those as he kind of describes them to you, like he's talking as you're sort of savoring it. And so you get all those notes of the apple and the rose hip and the elderberries.
I close
And
my
then
eyes and reminisce.
that sort of lingering sting on your tongue, almost that little bit of sour from the stinging nettle.
There is a very pleased smile on Kagox's face.
So as Kegox is doing that, what are you three doing?
I'm kind of looking, yeah, I'm looking over here, especially at the machine, just to see if I can, I don't know, spot the gadget we're supposed to retrieve here.
Yeah, so you are kind of lingering over near some of his larger vats of wine, but you're sort of glancing off towards this little contraption over here. It appears to be kind of like almost fashioned out of a rather large cauldron, Anthena. That's sort of what you get from it. But clearly maybe altered a little bit by some sort of alchemist, because you can see all these sort of brass pipings emerging from it that are churning up steam from vents. And you can see this warm glow coming from the machine, and clearly it is quite hot, as you can almost feel it as you step a little closer towards it. You can kind of feel the very air around it heat up. You can also see, just sort of placed right in front of it, are these little woven baskets that are filled with, actually, like a nature check.
Ooh, okay. Please.
High
Okay,
five me.
15. Oh, yeah. And I high five Sarisa.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's standing right next to you, so perfectly fine.
Do I roll it or do you roll it?
Doesn't matter.
Wait,
I'll
what do we
do
roll
it.
for again? Yeah, okay.
Like,
Ooh,
I usually have the person who has it, like not the person who cast it, roll it, because
Okay,
you know, they just cast it and place it on you, and then you roll it with your roll.
Okay, so 19.
Okay. So as you're kind of glancing, actually fairly fitting, Anthena, that you would recognize this. It's baskets full of seaweed, but
Oh.
strangely, from within that seaweed, you can see just this glowing emanating that kind of bathes the basket of seaweed in this orange light.
Ooh.
Really, there's something in there that's forming that glow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll ask him about it, but I'll let everybody else ask the questions they want to.
Leah, you up to anything?
She's just kind of perusing. Not very knowledgeable about the winemaking or alcohol making process, so she's learning about that.
Fair enough. Very well. All right. And Sarisa, are you up to anything, or just helping Anthena?
Helping Anthena.
Very well. So Chaos, as you kind of savor that and spend a moment just sort of appreciating the nostalgic taste, Berenger kind of, well, if you hand him back the thimble, assuming you didn't lose it or swallow it.
Okay, can we determine if I accidentally might have put
Yeah.
like, the whole thing in my mouth? Yeah.
Make like a sleight of hand or something, and if you roll
Right.
pretty low, we'll say you accidentally swallow it.
18.
All right.
Oh.
You managed to keep it pinched between your fingers and hand
Good
him
job.
back the thimble, uncrushed and unswallowed.
Ah. I hand it back to him. Thank you.
Thank you kindly. Did you enjoy it?
I did. It.
Enough to purchase the bottle?
How much is the bottle? And Kagox immediately begins tapping his pockets because he has given his money to his friends and spent them on his friends. So he does not have any money, but he is still going to ask.
Well, for a bottle like this, as I said, it's a bit of a rarity. We don't often get traders across the Midnight Vale. So for this, 3 gold. A little more expensive than our other bottles, but you understand.
Yes, I understand money and exchange for goods and services. And he pats himself down and says, I will have to return, but I will definitely get a bottle of this at some point.
What you doing, K-Gox?
There you go.
Aw.
I don't think we'll
Sorry.
sell out of this particular brew, but I can hold this particular bottle for you until you come back.
Ooh, are you
Teresa,
interested?
You need to taste this.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
Oh. I wouldn't mind a little sample.
Could my battle sister have a sip?
Of course. And he gets another little thimble glass and pours you a tiny bit, Sarisa, and hands it to you.
Nice. Alright, and Cerise is gonna Sample it.
so you kind of like tune him out a little bit because you've already heard him talking about this, but he goes back into it. And they season it with rose hips and apple as you're sipping. He launches back into his little poetic diatribe about it.
When Tina hears the clinking of bottles and her attention is piqued, and she kind of wanders over a little. She's like, could I just
Samples
have
all
a
around?
little, if you don't mind.
Very
Sounded
well.
so delicious from your.
So the reason I've got
explanation.
so many of these little glasses, and he hands two more to you and Leah. He doesn't bother to see if you want any. Leah he just hands two.
Yeah, fair.
Tina like shoots it like a shot.
Whoa!
And is like, oh my gosh, wow, that is delicious.
Did you taste it?
Oh yes, yeah.
Are you
But
sure?
You took it like one might take a shot of some sort of cheaper alcohol. Are you positive you tasted it?
I mean, I
It was
can
very
taste.
small for me, so I understand if she tasted it a little bit.
I'm really only used to drinking cheap alcohol, and that's kind of the way that you just gotta like get it down, and especially if you're having a lot of it. So, yeah, I think it tasted good.
Leah is just sipping on hers.
But then it takes so long if you sip on it like that. Like, don't you want to have another?
I
so
mean,
you
it
gotta
doesn't
pour
take
it.
that long to
It's
sip
just-
on it. It's
yeah,
not a
it's
lot of
just one
alcohol.
bottle, yeah.
It's just
Probably
enough to
one
taste.
sip, yeah.
Yes, but think about the flavor profiles, Anthena. The flavor profile.
It is very profiled. Yes, and
Yes, many profiles.
Sometimes it's too many profiles, but that was quite good. I like
You
that.
can never have too many profiles.
I
Anthena.
think you can.
I think maybe not.
I've sort of lost the thread here, but are you going to buy this bottle?
Cereza will look up at Kgox. Hey Gox, were you interested in this?
Yes. He doesn't know what else to say. Yes.
Ooh. Alright, how much?
3 gold.
Ooh, works for me. Wait, I have a question. Is someone amongst our party hoarding all the gold? Who's got access to all the money? Did we give it to one person, or?
I think we split it.
We
Well,
have
the money that we-
individual gold.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Individual gold. That's how I know I don't have any.
Ah, okay. Because I know
Leah also
that we were.
doesn't.
No, we were all
Oh, you just
sitting
spent it
in-
on a book.
Just
I know
spent
that. I've got 27 at the moment. So
Okay. Because I know we
yeah.
were giving Anthena all the important papers. I don't.
Yeah, I
remember
do-
her
Give her all the
giving-
money also. She's our secretary.
Anthena's the responsible one.
it's not true. Why was that the decision made? Anyway, she's very careful with the papers, of course. She will not lose them. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can just I don't know how many you have, but I can just take it out of mine.
Oh no, I have plenty. I was just trying to remember. Wait, does somebody have all the gold? I don't remember. That's where my brain went. Nah. If Cereza has her own gold, then she will pull out the 3 gold.
Farrell.
Here you go, good sir.
He just patiently waits while you guys argue about money. And then goes,
Argue about money and responsibilities.
thank you kindly. And he just hands over the bottle. And goes 1, 2, 3, pockets them into a little coin purse and tucks that away. Alright, well, is there anything else I can help you with?
I was actually just kind of looking around your shop, and I was quite curious about your machine that you have back there. Would you mind telling me a bit about it?
Well, it's a part of the brewing process. You see, once we mash up all our ingredients and, well, go through all the secret things that I can't tell you, we need to superheat the beer so that you don't get sick from it,
Yes, that makes sense. Appreciate that. I might be mistaken, but is that seaweed in the baskets out in front of it?
Keen eye, lass. Indeed it is. It's seaweed used to wrap the cinder stones. You see, they're self-evidently quite hot to the touch. And if you put it in a wooden box, it'll set the box on fire. If you put it in a metal box, well, you won't be able to pick that box up because it's quite too hot. But believe it or not, what works is seaweed.
Wow. Huh, I had no idea. That's quite interesting. And I imagine that's why it's glowing, that bright color.
Aye. Like I said, you got to be handling those with care. And seaweed does the trick.
Interesting. I've never encountered a cinderstone myself. Is it just used to, power the device?
Well, it provides the heat for the device. The pipes there are just for letting off all the steam. You've really not heard of a cinderstone? Well, I suppose you're not familiar with dwarven alchemy, then. That makes sense.
Yes, I'm afraid it's not my area of expertise. But it's quite fascinating that you're able to utilize it in such a strategic way.
Aye, well, they're quite important to our alchemy. Some say that they're stones swallowed up when dragons were eating their prey and then spat back out again. But, that's mostly just legend.
Teresa, has your lady ever spat out a stone or?
I'm sorry, what? And she's being smothered.
There's currently a familial hug going on.
Would Teresa have ever heard of such a thing?
It's not really much of a dwarf presence in Urhalai. I mean, there would be just dwarves in general, but it's not like a dwarven city, so there wouldn't be that sort of widespread culture there. So I'd say you probably are not familiar with that sort of wives' tale, I suppose. But depending on where you spent time in with the artisans in Urhalai, you might have just glimpsed one before, but not really put much thought into it.
Okay. So Teresa will kind of... what? No, I don't think my lady teacher does that. That's gross.
That's gross. She would never do that.
Gross, she said.
Oh, wait, would that be gross?
Oh boy.
Yeah, to be fair, Dietra's not the kind of person who would need to hunt prey, so she wouldn't be accidentally swallowing up stones when eating prey whole.
Oh, man. And she'd be like...
You would have
"And
servants bringing her food.
Yeah, it's just like, and my lady is more refined. She can go hunting her own food. She has servants for that.
Why does she not hunt herself?
Because she's, the leader of Urhalai. I guess hunting takes a lot of work. So...
It is good work, though.
Well,
It
yeah.
makes one strong.
Yes, but my lady is a very busy, lady.
What does she do exactly?
Yes, what does she do?
All day?
What?
I'm just curious.
She's the leader of Urhalai. Hello. So she's,
manage an entire city-state. Little things like that.
He's a dragon, right?
I led my clan, and I hunted all the time.
well, well, that's not how it works there.
Okay.
It's fair enough. I mean, yeah.
Yes, so my lady has servants for that. And doesn't spit out stones. That's gross.
I suppose you
determined
could-
that's gross.
You could say it's akin to how an owl might regurgitate the bits and pieces of things that it cannot eat. quite fascinating. If you cut them open, you can see what it's been eating lately. So, I suppose it's good to know that your Lady Dietra is not an owl, Cerisa.
Cerisa's got like this weird mental image now, and she does not like it. She's like giving Leah this look, like, little scrunched up face.
I was quite concerned about whether Lady Dietra was an owl or not, so I'm glad we've cleared that up.
Yes, but now you know she's not.
Now we know.
She's just sitting here, just staring at you all. Just kind of like almost like he's watching a tennis match, just kind of looking back and forth between the lot of
He
you.
wanted a distraction from work, and we are giving it.
Yeah, that's why he's watching.
Sorry for the off-track conversation. And I apologize to keep pestering you about your business, but I have a friend who runs a tavern, and where did you acquire your stones that you use for the machine back there? It's just so fascinating. I wonder if I can pass on the information to them.
Well, there's a rarities merchant who passes by twice a year, who I buy some off of. Collector of sorts.
Oh. When was the last time?
They do last for quite a while, so twice a year is enough for me. I like to stock up on a few extras just in case one breaks down, then we don't, go out of production and all that.
Yes, I imagine that would be quite
Disastrous for
problematic.
business?
Yes, for
Aye.
sure.
That it would last.
Leah, you get a message, and it's just Anthony being like, I don't want to steal it from him. He seems so nice. And I don't know what to do. And this person only comes twice a year. How are we supposed to get one of these? I don't. And honestly, you can't even hold them. They're too hot, and you need the seaweed.
We will interrupt Anthena by going, is it possible that maybe we could see when this rarities merchant is passing through, or if he has any spares that he'd be willing to sell for a price?
Oh, that's smarter if we just ask to have one. I didn't even think about that.
Yes, quite. We do not have to steal from this nice man.
We were suggested to steal. It was just on my mind, and we kind of gotta get some practice in. We do anyway.
I think my thievery skills are perfectly fine. I don't know about you, though.
I'm not saying that they're not. Mine are not. They could use some work. So, yeah, I was all right. I was ready. I was ready to do it. But he seems really nice, and is just running a little business. And
yes, let's just ask about what kind of backstock he has in terms of them, and if not, if he knows when the rarities merchant will be passing through again.
Okay. All right. Yep, that's a good idea. And she's just kind of looking at you.
What? She messages back. What do you want me to ask? You want me to say this?
I mean, it was your brilliant suggestion. I feel
Oh,
like
fine. All right. So she turns to Behringer and she goes, this might sound like a bit of an odd request, but would you by chance happen to have any extra of these cinder stones that we might be able to buy off of you for a price?
Aye, well, as I said, I've 2 extra, and he kind of like hooks a thumb towards those 2 baskets back there. But they're not exactly cheap. I suppose the merchant is due in around 2 months, and then the ones I have on me would last me that long, so I would be open, I guess, to selling one of them, but they're not cheap, I warn you that.
Would you be willing to give us a bit of a ballpark range on them?
Well, around 1,000 gold each.
Oh, hey, I have an idea. Leah messages Athena and goes, do you think we can get the court magician to fund this for us?
I don't know. I don't think we're tight like that. We just had one meeting with her, And honestly, I don't think I can face her again. I'm too embarrassed. I don't.
We're just asking for money. It's no big deal.
That's the most embarrassing thing that you can do about. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna say no because I doubt that she has the money. It's well the Mary Swas, right?
Yes,
And we
but I'm
don't
sure
we don't
if
even
you
know
went, "I
them.
need this money," they would go, "Oh, sure, you're our court magician who we allowed to roam around as a pelican all the time." If they didn't like her, they wouldn't let her just be a pelican all the time. I don't think.
Someone and lending them 1,000 gold are two very different things. I really like you, Leah, but I don't think that I would not give you 1,000 gold.
I would give you 1,000 gold, Anthea.
Do you have
I-
1,000 gold?
I have 0. As
Well,
of
then
right now.
that's not. See this.
Do
Oh.
you have 1,000 gold?
No,
stashed
of course
away
I don't have
somewhere?
1,000 gold. I tried
Damn.
once to steal 1,000 gold, but it didn't work
I
out
think
so
you
well.
might be screwed on this one.
Yeah, I'm not confident in this. Shit.
I just want to steal from him.
No. Okay,
I
you
don't
do
want
it.
to. No, I don't want to.
Your thievery skills are pretty great.
They're
That's what you
not.
said a
They're
couple
not.
minutes ago.
I'm not brave.
Why'd you tell me they were?
I was lying to protect my reputation.
This is in our head. Nobody else can hear this.
Anyway,
And this is
I
all
really-
happening. Well, Leah and Anthea are completely silently staring at each other, like eyes getting wide and like making various facial expressions.
I think perhaps we should look for an alternate source. I really do not want to steal from this man. I really do not.
Exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, let's. I don't know what the alternate source is, but let's just take it.
She's gonna turn back to the guy and go, "Excuse me once again. Do you think you might know anyone who would have them, who would be willing to part with one for less than that much money?
Maybe
Well-
20 gold.
20 gold,
Take
perhaps.
it or leave it.
Or a really big world-changing favor. We do have many things we're helping people out with.
And they're
Um,
priceless. They are priceless.
They are priceless adventures. So, do you know of anyone?
I can't say that I do, sorry.
Damn, this is terrible. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Alright. Can I buy another bottle of that mead that they got earlier?
Very well. 3 gold.
I hand it over.
Here you are. And he hands you the bottle.
Anthea uncorks it and takes a swig.
Uh,
I just wanted to try it again. It was really good. Okay, alright. Well, she kind of looks at everybody, and then is like, "Well, it was wonderful to meet you, sir. I'm sure we'll be back at some point. But thank you very much for your hospitality and your answers to bizarre questions."
All right. Well, do come back if you want to buy anything else, or if you got a custom brew in mind. You're always welcome here at Behringer's Brews.
ooh, yes, I might need to stop by and get something for my lady.
Very well. Looking forward to seeing you then, lass. Do take care.
Really quick, are those Ceresa's peppers over there in the corner?
Teresa, you'd be able to tell.
Ooh.
They don't have that telltale sort of black tail that Domsha peppers have. They are clearly a different type of pepper.
Yeah.
Alright.
You swipe the peppers from this guy?
No! Oh god.
Funny.
As we leave, can I just check out what the doors look like? Like, do they have a lock on them?
Oh my god.
Just out of curiosity.
I'd say they're fairly standard fare for the other shops you've been in. Like they've got locks and everything where you could see that they've got like a keyhole and stuff. They're not like maximum security or anything like that, but they're, sturdy enough. They're not like flimsy cardboard.
Okay.
Yeah. So you all make your way out then?
Yeah.
Dejectedly.
Damn it, guys! I think we gotta steal from him. as soon as we're like out of the door, like the door shuts, and I'm sure he can't hear us. And Athena just lets out like a loud sigh, and she's like, "Guys."
But Andina, I actually might have an idea
What's
that
going
doesn't
on?
involve.
Does it involve acquiring 1,000 gold and
No,
probably pay?
it involves me figuring out something about Miss Taven's steam now.
Oh.
How do they heat the water? Is it natural? Are they using cinderstone?
I mean,
If they're using cinderstones and it's not natural, we steal one from there. I don't feel bad about
Is
that.
this why you guys were silently freaking out about?
yes,
Maybe.
because
That's
Ah.
those strange faces were. I was wondering. I thought they were in pain.
we need one of those
Mental.
cinderstones, but they're
Mental.
1,000 gold each. We don't have that kind of money at
I
all.
mean, why don't we just ask the court magician?
That's what I said!
Oh, 1,000! We don't know her that well.
Yes, but she
Yeah,
does
but
follow us
we're
around.
allowed
as
to
a
Tell
do-
her
gold.
that if we don't want to hurt anybody, then we need whatever we need.
That feels
That
wrong.
feels like a threat.
Well, stealing
Yeah.
feels wrong, does it not?
Shush. Anyway, I mean, we're about to go do a job for her, are we not? Investigating that illegal whatchamacallits or whatever.
That's yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
so then wouldn't she want to give us a bit of a reward for our hard work?
But it's not just a reward. It's 1,000 gold. There's a difference. Like that's a lot of money. We don't even know if she
This is
has
multiple.
that much money.
She's a court magician. Is she
Is
not?
that like?
That
Are
works
they
for
known
very-
for being wealthy? I really don't. I don't know.
I mean, she works for, very rich family, right? The people. Wait, hold up. Before I say something dumb, who's the court magician work for again?
The Mary
the,
Swath.
the Mary Swa estate.
And are they in charge of marriage?
Yes, so they're in charge of the city because the baronies are sort of independently managed based on the individual
Okay.
cities and the sort of vassal towns that they run. And so this whole sort of like section of the baronies is run by the Mariswa family,
Okay, so Sarisa will say.
namely Lady Mariswa, who's sort of the head of the family.
Good. Okay, cool. So Sarisa will say, she's the court magician of the Mary Swan, right?
Mhm.
The Mary what's it's who I'm pretty sure runs this city. I am under suspicion that her paycheck is rather nice.
I mean, just
So,
because a wealthy family employs somebody doesn't mean they pay them the amount of money that they're worth, probably.
Do
Just,
wanna steal
just
from
as
the
a...
guy? Do you want to steal from the guy?
No!
Okay. So,
I also just
What?
feel awkward asking this random woman that we just met today.
what do you mean? We're
Maybe
doing
you
this.
guys, maybe you guys should just ask if Lady Gaunt will give you the money.
You're
Maybe we should
right,
just-
yeah,
maybe we
why
should
have
just
we
ask
been going
if
through all
she'll let
this?
you in on the vault.
Yeah,
We
like,
should ask.
hey,
Never
can you
hurts to ask.
I will go ahead and ask her, and I look for Lady Gaunt.
Oh my god, no!
You don't see her.
Okay.
dang it.
I could not find
Hey.
her.
We could have just finished the campaign right now.
Right now. Hey, can you just open up your vault for us, pretty please?
Hey, yeah, we have some structural things that need addressed in your vault. Can you just pop that open for us real quick?
It's true, it's
Yeah.
true.
We're inspectors, you see.
Yeah,
We already tried that. They're
that's true. We didn't get even close, guys.
we almost got caught.
I need everyone to know that Gran is talking about us needing a sugar mommy in the Twitch chat right now.
Whoa! Well, that's
just
on
thought I
you.
should share.
Introduce us to a hot older woman that has hella
there's
money.
a
Should I
hot
shake
older
my
woman with
money
All right,
maker?
like
Oh.
Whoa, K-Gox is twerking.
Who taught K-Gox that?
we're
Listen,
waiting.
Me and
Where's
Chad just get to talk about you guys while you discuss things. Okay, that's just
funny.
how it works.
But yeah, Ceresa's just really confused because she's like, wait, we could just get it as reward money. I don't understand why that's such a weird. I don't understand why it's weird.
I mean, you all are welcome.
What
to
if we
I
ask
just-
for a loan from the bank?
Oh,
They give us a loan?
you mean the place that we're trying? Never mind.
Yes, because then if we get a loan from the bank, we would not need to pay that money back.
So then it's basically
We're
free
stealing
money.
from the bank and not stealing from the kind man who has ale that smells like my house.
I don't
my-
think
my
I
yurt.
want to do that. I don't think I want to do that. Because I don't want that to, I don't know, follow me home or something. But
We're
my boat-
Sarisa, and I take her by the shoulders, and I try to be very, very sensible about this. I take her by the shoulders, her very tiny, much smaller shoulders, and I give her a little bit of a shake.
What?
What?
Listen, if we are to go inside the bank anyway, and we ask them for money, then when we actually go there to get what we need to get, we could always get the money that we owe the bank and give that back to them, if we wished.
Cereza looks so like
This is a good
distraught.
plan.
Like, please tell me that I don't know. Leah taught you how to tell jokes. Taught you how. This is a joke, right? K-Gox? Sincere.
I'm serious as the grave.
Oh my fortune. Okay, now my vote, and she's gonna stomp her little foot, is we just do the job for the court magician and ask for money as a reward. Or whatever else we need. Because it sounds like this is a really big job that she wants us to do because she can't get involved. I cannot wrap my head around how it is awkward to get.
Where do you
Money
think
is-
she keeps her valuables? In
Oh
the
my
bank.
god.
That's true. It's not awkward to ask for money in exchange for doing a job, and that's not what I have a problem with. It's the fact that it's 1,000 gold. That seems like a disproportionate amount of money to the rather simplistic job we're doing. Listen, I'm fine with.
I have a question for Grant. How much does Cereza get paid?
You would have sort of like a living wage while you're in Erhalai, and then you'd get sort of a little more money if you could prove that you were onto something and you were going on a journey for getting something that she would want.
Nice.
But I think we talked about this before about your monetary state, right?
Did we? I don't remember,
Yeah,
Grant. I'm
well-
sorry.
They would have taken all your money off of you, right? So
Oh, dang. That's right.
so I think we discussed this beforehand before we started the campaign as to how much you think you would have had. I think we settled on enough to survive, and then you lost a bit of it to someone who was pocketing it when they arrested you,
Dang.
so that you didn't start
So-
rich.
Okay.
Because you'd be relatively comfortable in the horde. That's the whole point of the horde.
Yeah. So then, would it be being paid 1,000 gold for doing a job? Would that be crazy to Cereza?
It would depend on the job. That'd be like finding something that Dietra like really wanted.
Yeah. Okay.
And that would
That's
that,
what I
that
was
the 1,000
thinking.
would be like your bonus for finding that, essentially.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Cause little Cereza here's a little treasure hunter.
So
and
like
everything.
it's a sizable chunk, but it's not like outside the realm of like it's
Yeah.
not like a
Okay.
$1 billion or anything like that to us. It's just
Okay,
like
okay.
yeah, that's pretty sizable, but like it's not crazy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
Yes.
want to
Okay.
lose that, but you wouldn't
Yeah.
be
okay,
like
this-
rich for life, you know?
Yeah. Alright, so Cereza with this churning in her little noggin, she'll say, okay, so it's a sizable amount, but we have to remember we're doing a job for the court magician who works for the house that leads this place. Unless you want to rob him.
No, I don't want to rob him. He's so nice.
Alright, so then
He is
that's...
very nice. I will refuse to rob this man.
Okay, so we're not gonna rob the guy.
Listen,
Which is good.
I agree with the principle of the plan. We'll go do the job and ask for some kind of monetary reward. But you two are the ones that have to specifically request 1,000 gold, because to me that
Who,
seems like
me?
way too much. Yes,
Me?
you're the one. No,
Who's the other-
not you, Kago.
As I shake Cerisa just a little bit, I look over at Athena. Me?
Whoa.
Me? No, Kago. Not you.
It's like, alright. I'll be the one to ask then. The court magician, who works for the family that runs this place. Cerisa gets a little sweaty. Oh my gosh. One sec, my cat is trying to bust into my office.
They want in. They want to play.
They
So as you
want us to ask
guys
for a loan.
loiter out front of the brewery, what's your plan?
We
Where
wanted
would
to
you
go.
like to go next?
Okay, back, sorry.
We had the magic shop, right? To go check about the what's it called? The
Magic
sprig.
business.
The magic the tree branch, the sprig.
Mhm.
And then after that, I mean, we could go check out that place.
Which place?
The place that we got to check out for the court magician.
Oh! Golly, I'm so smart. Yeah!
No
I
better
bet
time
that's
than
gonna go
present.
great, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be no problems
Oop.
at all.
At all.
Ah,
They put coffee and delete right beside each other. Right. So unless anybody's departing off down an alleyway, we will loop our way back out of the artisan district, make our way over the main canal of the city, and take a little skip down Marlborough Boulevard.
but yeah, get back here. Stop departing down an alley. She's running away.
All right. So, yeah, you meander down Marlborough Boulevard to the old abandoned magic shop, which of course was called Marlborough Magic.
Great branding.
This is true.
Got the alliteration. It's really nice.
And so as you arrive, what do you do? The shop
How do
itself
you-
does look pretty much how you left it. You guys didn't break down the door or anything, so there's not any real major damage.
Nice.
So yeah, much like how you left it, it's shuttered. But still abandoned. So what do you do?
Anthena kind of grabs Leah by the hand and she walks over to the window that they used previously.
Oh god.
And it's just like, listen, we did it before and it was really well executed and
was very
everybody
good.
was so
They were
surprised.
very impressed. Yes.
Exactly. So
Yes.
we can just do it again, and it will be fine.
Yes, I think so. I think it would be great.
And there won't be a mysterious thief in there watching us.
I sure hope not. I would be rather concerned if he was following our travels.
Yeah, because why would... Yeah, I agree. That would be quite concerning, and maybe another problem entirely.
And also a
Okay.
little creepy. Like, hello, you're a thief. Don't follow me. I don't want you to steal from me.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Okay, alright. We're going through...
Let's do it.
I think the window's over here.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the door.
Alright. We're going through the window, assuming that it's still open from the last time we were here just a couple days ago. Or has it been boarded back up again?
It has not been boarded back up again, but I'm guessing you guys probably didn't just leave it like ajar. You didn't lock it again, but
No, yeah, I would have imagined that we would like shut it a little bit, but maybe not all the
Yeah.
way. Yeah. Okay, so I'll push it open and do a flawless climb through and
Yes.
3-point dismount, of course.
all right. Yeah, you want to do an
Leah will
acrobatics?
also do
No, I don't want to, but I will.
Okay, then do it. Yeah.
All right, 19.
Both of you. Both of you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, me too. Alright.
Yeah, if you want to do the same thing.
Oh! Not funny. Let's go. Let's go. Ignore the 4.
So yeah, you guys both like dive through the window one by one like acrobats and do cool rolls and flips and then stand up straight with your arms in perfect position. But there's nobody there to see it, but you
Damn it.
each of you.
But we know
There
that we
was,
did
Only-
it.
another mysterious thief in here,
only
so they
your
could
own-
help us.
Your own company. In fact, even Cerise and Kagox, they missed it.
Yeah, we're looking at bottles.
Yes,
So
but Andina, but we know that we did it.
The
So-
time that we actually do well, they don't see it. But the time
They
that
don't
we
see it,
completely failed and have to lie about it, somebody did see it.
Every time we suck, someone has to be there to
Oh,
like humble
God.
us.
Okay, whatever. Oh,
At least we'll live with the knowledge that we can do stuff like that.
that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe we should not do it in such secretive ways. Maybe we should just do some.
Maybe
cool
we
little
should start an
tricks.
acrobatics truth.
Ooh, wait, yes, I like that. That sounds perfect.
Yeah, so we can do flips and all sorts of things.
Yes.
And then Valerio can play music and we'll do a little dance.
Play music. We don't need him. I can play music.
Oh, that's well.
Keep him out of it. This is a
maybe
girl's
we can-
thing.
Oh, okay. Then that's okay. We'll play Teresa too.
Okay, yeah. And Kegos can come.
K-Gox can come. He's honorary body.
Honorary girly.
Honorary girly, yes.
What are you guys doing with the ball?
I'm trying to see if they are filled and if anyone is around.
They're empties. Breweries will take them back and reuse them. So they're just empty.
Yeah, Susan's like, well, what about them?
Well, if they were full, I was going to, You know what? Never mind. Never mind. And I ruffle Cerise's hair with my big hand, and I start making my way to where everyone... Where did they go?
Fixing her hands, she's like, wait. Oh, whoops. Where did they go?
I bet they fell somewhere.
Oh, don't say that. I mean, it's a likelihood, but
Do you remember the time where they jumped in through the window and no one saw them fall except for us?
you know, I'm still wondering about that. I don't know if they're being truthful about that or not.
But what if
So
they
it's-
actually fell? They could be hurt. Should we call
well.
out for them?
No, we don't want to bring any, attention to ourselves right now. So, maybe they just went in.
I'm going
And
to
build-
think really hard. I don't have the message spell, but I'm going to think really, really hard. And maybe they will pick up upon my thoughts.
Do we
I
pick up on
close my
K-Gox's
eyes.
thoughts?
I close my
No. That's not.
Damn it!
Oh,
And Ceresa's just gonna
I
watch
felt like
you
they
for,
were
say,
thinking
like,
really hard about us, but they're
Yes,
not.
quite.
Can't say
Oh.
something.
I suppose we're not in their thoughts.
Aw.
They don't care.
K-Gox, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works.
How did you know what I was doing? Can you read my mind?
Wait, did you not say it out loud?
No.
I mean, you did say it out loud in character voice, so that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. See.
No, it's perhaps no. It would have been out loud. It just it did.
Ah!
He says it out loud and then goes, "How did you know about that?"
Yeah, that's funny.
He does have small. He does have a low intelligence, so he probably doesn't know. How did you know? You just
How
said
did
it.
you find my hideout?
Yeah. So he's like, you said it before. Okay.
Well, we should
Okay.
probably find them.
Yes. Let's just go find them, shall we, K-Gox?
Can we say at this moment we opened the door from the inside?
Fair enough.
I found them.
Oh. Yes. Yes,
Hello.
you did, K-Gox. There you guys are.
Another brilliant entrance into a locked building from
Yes,
yours
you did
truly.
great.
You've
It was
gotten good
wonderful.
at breaking and entering.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. I mean,
You've
if the
gotten
windows
quite skilled.
it's pretty easy.
Yes, if everything could just be unlocked and then all we have to do is jump through it, then we're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Leah, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Wonderful. If the complaint is that the door is not unlocked to go in, why not leave it unlocked the next time we have to come in?
I do not have an answer for that one, actually. You're probably right, Gagox.
Because then just anybody can come in, and we didn't want just random people in here.
Are we not random people?
Well, I mean, we are, but
We want random people that are not us to stay away from this place. We're the only randos allowed in, you see.
yeah,
I see.
because we defended the place from weird magic cats and
Squatters' rights.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
so it is like the spoils of war. We have fought here, we have bled here, so therefore it is ours.
Yes.
I make myself at home.
I think that's how real
died
estate works.
in the basement. I think I died here actually.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure I did at one point.
If you were dead, then I would have been able to look at your bones.
I wasn't all the way dead.
I didn't get to do that.
Sarissa healed me. She did a very good job. Wait a minute. You're saying that if I was dead, you wouldn't try to resurrect me? You'd just immediately go bone searching.
I can't resurrect people. Not
Find
properly.
someone who can.
But your bones, Valentina. For science.
They're probably not that interesting. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know. Even humanoids are interesting.
Okay. I mean, I know you mean it as a compliment, but it's kind of weird.
Well, I bet your skull looks interesting with the horns attached.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Is that a better compliment?
you
Is
don't
it?
have
Do you understand?
It's okay. I'm not saying you have to change it. I'm just saying it's I gotta get used to, you know, your fascination with the macabre. It's a me thing, not a you thing. Don't worry about it.
No, I understand that. I will attempt to be less macabre. Unless we're talking about fish bones, in which case, sorry, I'm not going to shut up about that. Ever. You cannot stop me. Did you know?
Seriously, what are you doing?
Yeah, let's just continue.
.. Seriously, what are you up to?
Ooh, what's this shiny thing?
I
Pondering the
think,
orb.
I think you looked at that last time. I don't remember what I said though.
I don't remember either. Sarisa doesn't remember. She's all like, ooh, shiny.
It's probably just some sort of like divining, or not really anything that you'd be familiar with. But you might have heard people talking about crystal balls
Ooh.
in like the sort of like bazaars of Urhalai. It's up to you whether you think it's got any sort of credence or if it's just superstition.
I'm just looking at it. It's like, oh wait, Oh yeah, she got Cobalt from here, right?
Mhm.
Cerisa would like to take Cobalt out of his little pouch or wherever she's been keeping him. Let me see, Snake.
Very well.
Nice. And
Oh, yeah,
she'll-
he slithers out of the pouch where you keep him.
Nice. And she's like, ooh, Cobalt, do you know if this is anything neat?
He just kind of like tilts his head at it a little bit and then just goes, shiny.
Yeah, shiny. Oh, I think it's it. But yeah, so she's like, well, other than shiny, I don't know if that's gonna be the thing that we need. But how big is this thing? And can Cerisa put it in her pocket or in her bag?
The crystal ball?
Yeah.
Definitely not pocket, but it'll fit in your bag, I guess.
It's like, do you think we should take the shiny thing, Cobalt?
Just looks at it and says, shiny.
I agree. Cerisa's gonna pick it up.
Very well. It's got kind of like almost like sparkles inside of it, like suspended in the glass that kind of look like stars, but again, not really any sort of apparatus you'd be familiar with.
No, I mean, did it do anything when I picked it up, or it's just?
I mean, it's still glowing, but
Ooh. Oh, can I like Oh, what would it be? Like investigation? Oh wait, arcane check?
you can make an arcana if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, arcana. My bad. I will high five myself, and let me see it. Roll it. Beans. All right.
Alright,
It's a
well,
1d4.
As I said, you sort of think back to your time sort of wandering through the bazaars of Urhulai, and
Wow.
you've seen like kind of advertisements, maybe like signs and stuff for like fortune tellers and things like that, and maybe you've sort of glimpsed into some of their tents or something like that, but as far as your own expertise, that wouldn't really be anything that you were good at necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll pick it up. She's like, Ulrich did say that they were full of
It's
poo.
it's up to you how you would consider it, but depending on sort of how you would understand Fortuna, you could either think of it as a positive thing, like you know, like foreseeing the future to enhance your luck, or you could see it as a bad thing because it takes the random chaos out of it. It's up to you how you would foresee like divination magic. Really, your own interpretation of Fortuna's teachings.
I don't know, Gran. I never.
You stuff it in your sack and think about it then.
Yeah. There's a little thought peanut for her to chew on for a little bit.
Exactly.
And she's like, all right, so hopefully no one's gonna miss that, right, Cobalt?
He just shakes his head. Ours now.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And he gives him a little kiss on his little snoot.
Very well.
Nice, and then gonna mosey on over this way. Do I see anything interesting?
Well, as I described last time, the shop is just kind of full of like clutter. Some of it kind of has like that dim glimmer of magic to it. You can see kind of the occasional glow left behind to some of the objects, but a lot of it is also sort of quite covered in cobwebs, and a lot of the sort of natural stuff. So maybe some of the like the leaves and mushrooms and stuff like that have all sort of like withered up and look rather dry.
Awesome. So then, like, this staff, right? Is that anything?
Well, it's just kind of like an old-looking arcane focus of some sort. It has sort of a dim glow to it, but it's also completely covered in dust.
Okay. So she's not gonna touch it, but she's gonna go just like kind of blow on it.
Hmm?
And then
Doesn't react. There's a cloud of dust in the area.
yeah, she's okay. Then maybe that wasn't my most brilliant idea. Maybe this is what we're looking for. She's gonna pick it up.
I want to know what exactly does Sarisa think we're looking for?
She forgot.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, dude, she forgot. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gonna pick it up. Can I arcane check this doohickey?
If you want to.
Booyah. Okay,
it's
better roll,
certain.
please.
It's certainly not like any sort of spellcasting focus that you would have been familiar with, as that's not really your class. But
I would also like to high five myself. Is this a 1d4, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Okay. Bam. High five myself. It's 15.
You would estimate that it's some sort of spellcasting focus, maybe for a sorcerer or a wizard, kind of outside of your domain.
Understandable. What do you think about this, Cobalt?
Staff.
Yes. It is a staff. Cobalt is so insightful!
He's so smart.
He's a snake. We didn't know.
I know, I love it!
He's like
He's gonna
a
ask
little
him
bit
anyway.
He doesn't mean he's an enlightened intelligence.
Right? That's okay. Serena's gonna ask him anyway. She's like, maybe, I don't know, maybe this, don't tell anybody, Cobalt, but I kind of forgot what we were looking for in here. But I'm gonna bring it over to the others anyway. It'll be our little secret. Whoop,
Yeah,
come
he
here,
just
Cobalt.
when you say you forgot what you were looking for, he just goes, rats.
Ooh. No, we weren't looking for rats, but if you want to look for rats while we're here, Cobalt. Yes, get them, Cobalt.
Yes, yeah. So mischievous.
So yeah, while Cobalt's rat hunting, Cere's gonna
He's zooming, bro.
scan for over. Dude, he's a snake with wings.
All right. So
Nothing's
what are the others
stopping
doing? What are the others doing while Sarisa wobbles around the magic shop looking for something? Some nondescript unknown object that she's conjured in her mind.
Wait, why were we hearing it?
We're checking!
It's infecting everybody else.
Yes.
We came here seeking a stone.
Was it a
No, that
stone?
was the other place. No,
Yes. Not just Cereza, baby.
it's the sprig of St. Willow's thistle because it's used
Okay,
in
okay.
lots of magically related
So
stuff.
we
Also,
should be looking for what? Branches?
no, like a wand or like
wand?
I don't,
Alright.
I don't
Or
fucking
like-
know.
Leah's looking for anything
like,
that looks like a wand.
Or like a staff or
Yeah, like the staff
Leah's
that
looking for any of them.
found in the corner.
She's like, oh yeah, I totally knew that. She's gonna hold up that thingy that she found. Not the crystal
staff?
ball thingy. Yeah. Not the crystal ball thingy. She called dibs on that. Nah, she's gonna hold up the staff. Yeah, this, right? Totally. I knew what I was looking for.
yeah. I mean, Leah, she holds up an arcane staff. So
Alright. Staff.
Leah, do you know, would the, the sprig be inside of the staff?
Does
Like,
Leah know that?
Yeah.
do you think you? So I don't remember what you used as an arcane focus. You tell me.
She has a spell book that she uses, like multi-purpose.
Okay. Um, a lot of wizards use like wands though to also cast. You know.
Yeah, no. Maybe a bookmark, possibly?
Okay, that's fair.
Just waving a bookmark around.
It's cool, though. If it is a bookmark, it's definitely a cool bookmark.
It's like a magnetic one.
It's one of those lenticular ones where when you turn it, it's a different image. And it has
Oh my
like
god!
unicorns and stuff on it.
There's like ocean animals and they're like swimming.
yeah, the ocean animals. Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, it's up to you whether you think you would have made that yourself.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Probably,
would've-
honestly.
You would have, yeah, you would have had the guidance to do so.
Her dad was definitely the type to be like, you got to do that yourself. So,
Okay. So then he would have probably advised you on like several different methods, and you would have kind of just adjusted to your own sort of vibe.
I see.
And so he kind of would have probably went through like wands and staffs and all the little like usual things. Some people use crystals and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And so when he was going through wands and staffs, he probably would have brought up St. Willow's Thistle, and it is inside the staff, yeah.
Ooh,
You
okay.
you yourself would have probably pressed it into the paper of your bookmark.
I see. I'm not ripping open my damn bookmark. I ain't ripping that shit open.
But yeah,
Leo
you
wants
would you would know that it's within the staff.
Do you need me
Yeah.
to break the staff?
It is inside. Well,
Ooh,
we're going
yeah,
to have
do
to
we
be
bust this
careful
thing
about
open?
that. You see.
Cereza starts to like.
No, Sarisa.
It's like what? Oh, you
No.
said it's in the staff, right?
It's
You
in
said
the
that?
staff, right? But
Uh-huh.
it's a material that we don't want to risk breaking off parts of it because you see, let's say we snap it in half, and we just happen to
Uh-huh.
snap it in the half where it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's snapped in half now, and then there'll be little pieces of it all over the floor. So we've got to be a little more precise about it. Just a bit.
That sounds like too much work for me. Here you
So
go,
we
Leah.
said-
And she's just gonna hand
Okay.
it to her.
All right. Teresa will.
What?
Teresa. Leah will. I was looking at your name. I'm like, I'm Teresa now. Leah will. Let me look at what she's got. Oh, she's a
I don't
little
use
knife.
this stuff.
Okay, she has a little knife, so she's gonna use her little knife to start kind of chipping away at some pieces of the staff, if she can see like a little bit of any sort of seam or anything in the wood.
Yeah, it's a pretty old staff, so it's kind of like brittle with age, not maintained or anything like that. And so it wouldn't really take much to find like kind of a little crack along the wood and then sort of pry that open
Yeah.
and splinter it.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to like do this in like an arcane extraction sort of way, or do you want to just stab it with a knife?
Arcane.
It's up to you.
Let's try the arcane extraction. That sounds interesting.
Stab it with a knife.
Because you would have been familiar
Stab
with the
it
ways
with
to
the
make
knife.
staffs, so extracting components
Yeah.
from staffs would probably be covered. Though maybe
Yeah.
you
Would
haven't
like
done
a
it
high
before.
five? Would you like to receive a guidance high five?
A guidance high
before you-
five. Yes, please. Seriously.
Nice.
All
Can
right.
I just give you a high five? It doesn't have
Yeah.
any
high
sort
five.
of benefit.
Everyone
but
high five.
It's just a fun little high five.
Am I just rolling Arcana then for that? Or what am I rolling?
Yeah, if you'd like to do that, then
Hey.
roll an Arcana.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, that's a 15.
Hey!
Do I roll Cerisa's guide?
Mhm.
It's a D4, right?
Yes.
Mhm. Oh wait, was I supposed to roll?
Oh, 19.
Sorry, I forgot again.
So as you're kind of prying open the staff, you conjure sort of, or channel rather, a little bit of your own magic into the staff to sort of like stabilize what's happening. Because as you're stabbing into the staff and starting to prise some of those components that make up its core, it starts to sort of like lose its integrity, and whatever innate magic was placed into this staff starts to run wild. And so you channel your own magic to stabilize it, kind of letting it feed off of your own arcane energy instead of the component, so that it will sit stable for a little bit longer. and then you manage to just sort of yank free a few sprigs of that St. Willow's thistle, and then with this sort of like little burst of flame, the rest of the staff kind of shatters and shoots embers up into the air as the wood itself begins to crumble. And so the staff is destroyed, but you manage to contain the magic within it in order to successfully harvest those sprigs.
Hey,
Was
sprigs,
that supposed to happen? Was that supposed to happen?
Yes. Just
Okay.
because of the technique that I used. Don't worry, there's nothing bad will happen. But we've got the sprigs now, so we can check that off the list.
And Dina takes out a comically large scroll and checks.
Leah will tuck the sprigs into her little pouch. Her empty coin pouch, because there's no coins. It's empty. She
Very
has
well.
no money.
By your own doing. You
That's
bought
her fault.
that you
yeah.
can't read.
She did buy a book. Hey, listen, it's a notebook. There's a difference.
Yeah, very well. You tuck the component away.
Swag.
Check.
Nice.
Yay!
Let's go.
Let's go.
So, with the sprig of St. Willow's thistle tucked away, what do you do?
That's the only thing we needed from in here, right? I mean, unless we want to go check in on our bird friend in the basement.
Ooh, as long as there's no more ugly cats or undead, that works for me.
That I feel like we can't guarantee. I could go check really quick, just kind of like peek my head down there, see if
Yes, peek your head down so you can see
Yeah,
it.
that
I
sounds great.
I will check. You stay here. I will check.
I mean, okay. Thank you, Keikox. I don't mind. It's okay. He's already gone. Be careful, please. Okay.
I check down into the hatch that I had gone into before.
You can see kind of the glowing lights of Quickrock's lab and sort of the bubbling vats and cauldrons that he's got lying about. But you don't see any Grimishka, if that's what you're looking for.
Yes, as long as I do not see any of those feral cat creatures, then I will tell everyone that it is a-okay and clear.
Do we just want to go say hi? See if we can maybe ask if he knows where we can
Ooh,
find it?
maybe he has a cinder stone.
Yeah.
Cereza would like to see what this thing is before they go downstairs.
What? Where's
This thing.
What thing?
That thing. Is that a thing? Is that the shiny thing?
Actually, make a how about investigation?
Ooh.
Because actually,
Okay.
you kind of have a bit of like an appraiser's eye.
Investigation? That's funny. I'm a -1 in investigation.
Well, actually,
I'd like to high five myself.
yeah, actually, I'm gonna give you advantage on this because thinking about your backstory, I think you should have more of an appraiser's eye for this sort of thing.
Ah, yes. Okay, and then I also high fived myself. Is that cool?
Yeah, it'll just apply to
Booyah.
whichever one's higher.
Okay, and then I have to roll insight again.
Just roll your
Wait,
investigation
was it-
again, yeah.
Investigation. Okay,
And then the
I got
4 will get added to whichever one's higher, either the 13 or you.
Let's go.
Yeah, you investigate this, and at first, kind of it glimmers in the light from the window as though it's silver, but you sort of pick it up and look at it. It's just normal metal. It's clearly like a crafty design to sort of look a little fancier than it is, but as you sort of use your appraiser's eye, it's like mundane metal, and even the little gem that glows on it is just a simple little charm to make it glow. You might have seen things like that trying to get passed off in sort of the sketchier bazaars in Erhalai, but you've seen enough fakes in your time to know that this is one of them.
Ugh, garbage. She's gonna put it back down. Absolutely garbage. And you can turn her nose up to it too.
I mean, it looks pretty though.
It's look pretty, but
Lovely shade of purple, but it's a knockoff.
that's right. Can't believe they've been trying to sell knockoffs here. Ugh. She's gonna go over to where Cobalt is. Did Cobalt catch his rat?
No, he did tell you specifically that there were no rats in this building.
Oh, that's right. Aww.
He looks for them, but he doesn't find any.
He's like, ooh, easy go, Cobalt. Mwah. Gives him his little kiss on his snoot.
Yeah,
He
he goes
deserves
back
it.
around the horn on your forehead.
It's cute. Oh, that's cute.
And then you follow the others down into the basement.
That's right.
I didn't like your phrasing of "there's no Grimishka" if that's what you're looking for, but not
Oh
"there's no threat."
no!
Yeah, there's no
No!
Grimishka. This next enemy, these are super Grimishka. They have double the health and they do double the damage.
Oh no!
I was hoping for Super Grimishka.
Don't you say
Yes,
that.
I
I
would
had a
also
bet
hope-
going with
Don't
a
you
friend.
say that.
My money's on Super Grimishka. Come on.
I would like to see these super Grimishka as well.
Oh my god, we're dead. This is
Anyways,
where it
you,
ends.
you go down into the laboratory.
Hooray!
Yay. No super Grimishka! Yet.
Super Grimishka.
Yet. Leah will invent them, I'm sure.
And
Oh, look,
at the
there's the Birdman that I almost eviscerated.
indeed, you can see Creekrock just sort of working away. He's rather short and kind of hunched over, and so he just sort of waddles around as he carries different tinctures and stuff, and then mixes with another thing, and then bustles on. He actually doesn't really even realize you guys are there for almost a full minute before he eventually starts to bustle his way kind of in your direction, and then looks up from what he's carrying and goes, "Oh, welcome back, I suppose."
Hi.
Oh,
Uh,
are you here with news on the items that I had stolen from me?
Out of
kind
character?
of. Kind of.
Out of
Yeah,
character, guys. I totally forgot what we got stolen from him.
it was some supplies, and it was probably the guy that we're
It
trying
was
to recruit.
absolutely the guy.
It actually ties back in. Yeah, it ties back in. So basically, you guys asked him the exact same thing you did, Alicia, and he told you a similar thing. He said, "Oh yeah, I'd be happy to do that, but I don't have the components." And where Alicia said she just doesn't have them, Creekrock said that the components you guys would need were actually stolen from him. And then you guys said, "Oh, we'll go find those," and then you forgot that he even existed and went to go talk to
I wouldn't
Alicia
say
instead.
that.
We got a lot of side quests, all
We
right?
have a lot to do.
I remembered him. I didn't
yeah,
remember what we
Jennifer
needed
did.
to do, but I remembered him.
And Dana will kind of, like, looked out of the ground for a second, and she's like, a little bit. You know, it's kind of tough to track things down. They were clearly stolen by someone who knows what they're doing. But I think we're making good progress. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Right, guys. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we're working on it. We might
Yeah, I'd say
have
so.
a lead.
We have some suspects in mind, so.
One
yeah.
particular suspect comes to my mind.
Yes.
Very well, very well. If you do learn of anything, I would be happy to hear of it. Then, if that's not why you're here, then what is the cause of your little visit?
And now it gets awkward.
Well,
We were making sure there weren't Super Grumishka down here.
yes, super
Thank you,
Grimishka,
Giga.
but
Super
also,
Gramishka?
you wouldn't happen to know where we can find a cinder stone, would you?
I don't particularly use them in my own craft, so I don't have one on hand. I am also operating with less than my usual supplies, of course. But we already know that. But cinder stones. Perhaps the brewery might have one?
Yes, we checked. Um,
Oh. Well, do they not then?
no, they do.
Oh.
Say,
Well, then
unrelated
why are you
question.
asking me then?
Well, because he wouldn't sell them to us for less than 1,000 gold, and also
Well, they are quite
we don't-
expensive and they can be quite rare, so. Well, to be honest, if I had one, I might be selling it for even more than that. I think you might have gotten a deal there that you just turned down.
yes, but do we look like we have 1,000 gold?
Do you have 1,000
No,
gold,
that
maybe?
is true. And no, I do not, especially now that I've been forced to stop operating.
Right, okay.
Wait, out of character question. Do we actually remember why this guy is in this basement?
I
I
don't
don't think I don't think you guys ever really asked.
I don't think we asked.
Yeah,
We were like, what are you doing down here? And he's like, I'm doing work.
yeah, but we never
Working. We're like, okay.
Okay.
yeah. So he's gonna be like, wait a minute, what's that supposed to mean?
Hmm? Well,
Yes.
Let me recount then. I had some of my things stolen from me, and so
No,
it's
no, no.
interfering with my work as of late.
Oh,
Perhaps
well,
you'd
no.
forgotten.
Teresa kind of like a little guilty look for a second. But she's like, well, did we ever actually ask you why you're in this basement?
I'm not sure that you did.
Like, isn't there like a place in town that you could work on alchemy stuff?
Ah, you mean the Alchemisium, correct?
Mm-hmm. So
I
what?
could probably apply there and potentially be accepted into their ranks, but it's a little bit too strict for what I prefer to do, so I rather just do it all on my own, if that makes sense. I don't want someone leaning over my shoulder telling me, no, you can't do that, Creek-Rock. No, you've got to mix it this way, Creek-Rock. No, that wouldn't do. Much prefer my own method.
Oh,
I mean,
Okay.
they are pretty strict in there. We do know that. First-hand experience.
He nods. But if you're asking the very nature of my work, I suppose I could relay to you what I'm working on.
Oh, yeah, sure, if you're not gonna, you don't want to keep it a secret or anything.
Well,
I mean,
I prefer to stay out of wandering eyes just so that when you're an alchemist, a lot of people are always knocking on your door saying, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? And I really don't have the time to do any of those things. So I prefer to stay out of eyesight, if you will, and so that I can properly focus. But what I'm investigating are those strange arcane surges that we've been getting in town. You might have remembered our little Grimishka friends, correct?
Oh, yeah, the ugly cats.
Indeed. Well, they're attracted to magic, and well, that's probably why they focused here, but in truth, there's been other sightings in the city as of late.
Ooh.
Undead.
Uh-huh. Yep. We know
Now,
about that,
even-
right, guys? Random
Even the-
kiddos?
Diabolist in town has been seeing a little more business as of late, if you understand.
No. No, what does that mean?
Seriously,
Well-
we went there. You know, place we went this morning.
Oh! Yeah, okay, I remember now.
And so
Yeah,
I've
okay.
been performing studies on, well, just about everything that I can get my hands on that's a little bit odd.
Hmm.
I was dissecting
So-
a zombified rat here, and he points at it, to try to determine what exactly might have caused it to reanimate, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Ceresa's gonna hide the kobold's face and say, "Don't eat that."
Zombified cobalt.
No,
And so really
don't
that
eat
has
that kobold.
been what my studies have been focusing on, though of course I've been set back quite a bit by having some of my components and tools stolen.
Yes,
We
a
are
tragedy,
working on
really. Yes.
getting back.
We'll remedy that very soon, boss. Do you have any, like, why do you think that someone would steal from you? Just because they want the supplies as well? Or is there somebody that's, in competition or might hold a grudge or something?
I have my suspicions. I believe that if anyone was going to steal these particular items that they stole from me, they would have to be an alchemist.
Oh,
Well, it's just that a random eye of a thief who's just wandering through my little laboratory wouldn't pick out those particular things, you know? They might steal my potions or my various shiny, glowing objects, but not my mortar and pestle and all that. It's not exactly what anyone but an alchemist would steal. Now, they were the most valuable things, the most useful things for an alchemist that I currently possess, but it would take an alchemist to recognize that, if you catch my meaning.
Is there an
Hence my
alchemist?
suspicion that an alchemist was behind the theft.
Is there a particular alchemist that you have not gotten along with?
Well, I've ruminated on it for quite a while, and I've thought perhaps it could be the Alchemisium, but really they've more than enough funding to cover all their own supplies, so I don't know why they would ever steal from me. In fact, they've probably got nicer things than I do. So I was really at quite a loss, which is why I asked for your assistance. Especially because I don't like to go wandering.
so you don't go out much.
Mm, You could say that, yes.
All right. And she'll look at the others and do her little message hand symbol.
Message.
Nice. So, I've been having some thoughts. Now that I remember why we're here.
Right, okay.
So that other place that we're supposed to investigate, which I'm pretty sure is more alchemy people, right?
Mm-hmm. But especially alchemy people that are not unsanctioned, I should say. So.
I mean, this guy's not really sanctioned, but
Well,
anyway.
Right, yeah, but
right? But what if
That's true.
they stole his stuff?
That's what I was thinking also, because they don't
Nice.
have a reliable source to get the things that they need if they're doing it kind of illegally. So.
Exactly. Do we want
it
to
would
let him
make-
in on that? Do we know?
I mean, we can, I guess. I don't know if it'll do any good, because we can. He says he doesn't leave here, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel bad because we kind of forgot.
Just a little
I
bit.
mean,
It's just there's
I mean,
so
you
many
guys
things.
forgot.
Well,
course.
it's on my list. Like I wrote it down, but
It's
that only
okay,
kinda got
and
after
Dina,
we
I
left,
forgive
it
you.
kinda got- Thank you.
It's okay. I know you forgot, and you have a lot of responsibilities that we've been
It's
putting on you.
it's fine. I'm
totally
happy.
understand that
It's
you
okay. It's just we encountered a lot of other things, and it's just kind of slipped my mind. A lot of them are a little bit more pertinent. Anyway,
I know,
it's okay.
Antina. So, well, I feel a little guilty. So why don't we just tell him that we have a lead now? And it's
That's-
probably this, other other alchemists.
Yeah, and I mean maybe he knows something about them that would help us in going there. So yeah, I think that's fine.
Maybe. It doesn't seem like he gets out much. But you can try!
It's true. I could try you. Okay, you want me to do it?
Oh. If you would like to, Antina. I know that we've been giving you a lot of responsibilities with all the lists and all.
It's okay. I don't mind talking to people. I just want to. I didn't want to take the job away from you since it was your suggestion.
Yeah, it was my suggestion, wasn't it? And so Cerise is gonna step forward and say, now, Creek
Creek
Birdman. Yeah, Creek Rock. Of course, sir. I do believe we have a lead.
Oh? Pieced something together, have you?
I do believe we have.
All right,
Now.
well, let's hear it. Let Creek Rock hear it.
Out of character? Wait, what if he finds out we're working for the court magician? Is this Birdman gonna freak out?
I hope not.
Aw, dude, time to find out.
Would he have beef with the court magician? I don't know, actually.
I don't know. It's like, well, you see, we've got a job from the court magician, and we're supposed to be investigating some other alchemists. Not you. Just want you to know, it's not you. It's other, like, actual other. She's gonna look at it and she's like, I don't think I'm doing a good job with this.
Are you saying there's another alchemist in town that's not affiliated with the Alchemisium?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes. And we're supposed to investigate them. And I believe maybe they stole your stuff.
Well, I certainly agree that it would place them up there with our prime suspects, yes?
Right? So, when we're investigating them, we'll see if they have your stuff.
Yes, of course. You should not have too much trouble finding my things. I had them all. I engraved them all.
Okay, good. Good. That makes our job a lot easier. Teresa realizing that they did not ask, hey, how are we supposed to find out what your stuff is?
If you are
Okay,
investigating and you see the little symbol of the vulture, you'll know it's mine. And you can confiscate it back for me, yes?
Yes. Absolutely. Right, guys?
Yeah! She gives a little, like,
Yeah.
fist bump.
Awesome. I love the confidence, guys.
Wonderful.
So, I mean, we best be off now, right? We should probably go check out that place.
Yeah. So don't you worry your bird head, Scree-sock. We'll get your stuff back.
Creek
Scree-sock.
Rock.
Scree-sock.
Scree-sock.
Oh, yeah.
Bro's name
Scree-
is Sock.
I
now.
said that. I totally said that. Right, guys?
Did you
Alright.
seriously? I don't know if you said that.
And now we're gonna be off, because that's our
Oh,
next
okay.
destination, right? Totally. Let's go, Cobalt! She's gonna scamper up the steps.
I eagerly await in anticipation for your return. And if nobody else says anything they want to do there, then we can leave.
Now let's bounce. Before Cerisa calls him, like, Sock Rock or something.
That is
Sock
what I
rock.
thought his name was.
See? It's not just Cerisa. Thank you.
Every time you talk about cobalt, I think you're saying kobold, like this, like the species, and I'm like, wait, that's not right.
No, he's
That's not a
Cobalt.
kobold.
He's a cobalt.
No.
He's precious
A little
boy.
kobold.
Yeah, little kobold. How cute.
Can you imagine?
Two
Cerisa
kobolds
with
in a
clo-
trench coat.
That
you
might
imagine?
be
That's
all
you,
the...
Cerisa, isn't it? Isn't it? Or
No!
reptile
How
humanoid.
How dare!
Two kobolds in a trench coat. It's Cerisa.
So you guys make your way out of Marlborough Magic unless you're stopping for anything else.
Nope.
And
Is there anything else
back
shiny
in...
we can take from here?
No, it's all
Anything else
gone.
we
You
can
took all of
steal?
it, Teresa.
Nice.
We looted the
Alright.
whole place.
Yep. Now an empty store.
Nice.
Alright.
Yep.
So you make your way back out into the street. What would you like to do next?
What did we say we're gonna do next?
Or we can just head straight to that place if we want.
Yeah,
Booyah.
we'll just do that.
Yeah, Ceresa's like, I think that went great, guys.
See, I told you you could talk to them. You just gotta, just be confident. There you go.
Yeah. So, now what? Oh, are we gonna go to that place? Right?
I mean, I think so. It seems like we should probably do it sooner rather than later, so we can not only get those supplies, but also maybe get the 1,000 gold. I don't know.
You'll be fine.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Oh gee, it's Astrid.
So you guys wander back along out of Albora Boulevard and back down into the stilts, where you arrive along the coastline, where those kind of bridges lead off to the independent little, stilts, where there's a few settlements. It might take a sec for this map to sharpen. It's pretty big. Or at least it's taken ages for me.
Was it on this area that we found that guy down the back alley that was selling the potions?
That was in the wash.
Leah is
Okay,
standing
okay,
right next to her. Follow Leah. She knows where she's
No, I know where we're going. I was just thinking because there was that little guy in
We're
the
talking
alley.
about the goblin drug dealer that was in the wash.
Yes,
That
yes.
was in the
Yeah.
shadier part of town.
That is.
You want
what
some
I'm-
drugs? Want to buy some drugs?
Listen. He said he had
Drugs.
something special that he was cooking up. I'm kind of curious.
Walter White.
Yeah, Walter, wake
Badass.
up.
Are you gonna be the Jesse to his Walter White?
Honestly, if it makes us money.
You guys stopping by to say hello to Ashton?
Yeah.
She kind of
Ceresa
brightens up when
remembered.
she sees you and she waves and says, "Oh, hello. Just popping through the stilts or here for some sort of reason?"
It's like, oh, we got business here, but we wanted to check up on you.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. I'm doing rather well.
Oh, and how did it go with my bracelet?
You commissioned, can you just describe, because that was 7 years ago?
I think Ceresa let her borrow a bracelet since
Right.
it was made in Hawaii.
Yeah,
she was just
I
gonna-
got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So I'm
got you, girl.
confusing commissions that other people have made with that. Yeah, so she still got it, and so she pulls it out and goes, I have that right here. If you want it back, I've finished my inspection of it, and I think I understand the technique.
You know what? You can keep it.
Really? Are you sure you don't want it back?
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I can get myself another one once I get back home to Halai.
Oh, all right. Well, that's very generous of you. You're really not perturbed by me keeping it, then I suppose I will.
Not at all. If it helps you further, well, the stuff that you're doing, then I'd be more than happy to let you keep it.
Well, I suppose it would be nice to have a reference when I actually attempt to make something similar. Thank you kindly.
I nudge Ceresa. Do you think that she would have the money?
No, K-Gox, absolutely not. No, Ceresa shakes her head. No. And she
I do
kind of
not
feels
think that we are utilizing all of our options. I learned the word utilize today.
It's quite
Oh
impressive.
boy. Who taught you that one, K-Gox?
I think it was the barmaid.
I see. But no. No, I'm gonna ask another character question. Did we actually commission Astrid to make something?
I
Or
don't
is
think
that
we
the-
did.
I
We
think I might have just been
helped her.
confusing it with the other commission you guys made.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, we helped her because there was somebody hounding her about she hired security and she like couldn't pay it all, and they were like threatening to beat her up.
Wait, weren't we supposed to help her with something, or did we?
No, you guys
I
already
think
did. She
yeah,
gave
we
you
did.
We
the
kept her from being shaken
animal
down by bad
necklace.
guys.
yeah. She
Okay.
already rewarded you guys for that.
Gotcha.
Now you're
okay.
just friends.
Aw. That's cute. Yeah, she's. And then Cerise is gonna start looking at her jewelry stuff. Jewelry stuff. Good job, me. She's gonna say, so, what do you have here today?
Oh, just the usual things. Just stuff I've made myself. Nothing really that new from when you last visited. It's only a few days ago.
It feels like forever.
I suppose sometimes it does. Yes.
Yeah, is there anything that maybe catches Cerise's eye?
She did give you guys the only magical thing she has, but you can tell that her stuff that she makes is made with care, though it's obviously not like some sort of master goldsmith from Urhalai, like what they would make. It's a little rougher, but it also kind of gives it a bit of like a personality as well.
Yeah.
There's sort of like a raw potential there, but she's not an expert.
Aw. She could be an expert one day, guys. But yeah. I kind of want to get something to give her a confidence boost, guys. Should I? Should I get her?
Is
get
that what you
something?
wish to do?
Well, you know, maybe I could get another souvenir for Ulred. Ooh, or maybe my father too. He's probably having a great time taking care of Guilders. Huh? Yeah, I should get my dad something. He's probably having a terrible time with Guilders. So let's see here. I should probably get her dad a bracelet. Is there anything gold looking or something shiny? Doesn't have to be made out of gold.
She does work with metals as well.
Ooh, okay.
And so she doesn't have like that much gold, but there's sort of like a gold kind of pendant on one of the bracelets.
It's like, ooh. And she'll pick the one up that, caught her eye. She's like, how much for this one?
Oh, something like that. Well, there's not that much gold in it. It's just sort of woven to the bracelet. So really, just a gold piece for that.
Alright. I don't want to ask for a discount for this one, guys. Because I would actually feel like a monster. I can't do it to Astrid, guys. So Cerise's gonna happily hand her a gold piece. It's like, there you go. I'll be gifting this to my father when I get back.
Thank you kindly. I do hope he enjoys it.
I'm sure he will. You have some potential here. I can see that.
Thank you. That's nice of you to say.
And so she'll pocket the bracelet and she'll look at Kgox. Is there anything you want, Kgox?
I do not know what to do with baubles, but they are very nice.
Well, jewelry's not for everyone, I suppose. Oh, wait, where's the other two? Uh-oh.
Where? Uh-oh.
Anthina's eating grapes. She's sampling.
Oh, we're sampling again? Oh.
Yeah.
Booyah.
I got you over here. Small
This is like-
samples.
It's like, ooh. We need to go find our other friends, but it was nice to see you again, Astrid.
It's nice to see you as well. Do stop by if you're in the area.
Yeah, alright, come on, Kikox, before, they get up to some trouble. Wait, Kikox, where are you going?
This is a bridge. Also, do not forget, we must hop on one foot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, are we still doing that?
I never stopped.
Cerise was kind of hoping everyone would have forgotten by now. It's like, oh, okay, Kikox. She's gonna.
I double checked to make sure she's hopped on one foot all the way across.
Yeah, Cerise is hopping on one foot. It's like, okay, Kikox, there's another bridge. We don't have to do it on that one, right?
Yes, we do.
Oh. Wait, Kikox, there's another bridge after this one.
Yes.
Kikox, people are gonna stare at us.
Yeah, this Birdman stares at you guys while you're doing that.
Kikox.
Kind of folds his arms and shakes his head.
Oh no!
Kikox.
And now it's two people we know too. They're gonna see
Kikox,
Teresa.
Oh, she's gonna wave at Rohop, but just keep going. Kikox
Yeah.
at the fountain too.
Each of the Dragonborn farmers are just kind of working at their own little gardens. But they give you kind of polite nods and waves as you
pass on through.
I waved to
Giving
them.
longing looks to each other. Maybe like the thing where you look at somebody but you don't want them to know that you're looking at them, so you like turn your way ahead. And
Yeah,
I
they both turn to look at you kind of at the same time as they notice you're there, and they both like look at you and wave at you, and then they like look past you and they meet each other's gaze and then both blush and look away. That's exactly what happens.
Oh my god! Guys!
I am inadvertently in their line of sight from one another as I stay in the fountain, and I just feel like they're looking at me. People are friendly here.
There's like, Kikox, this is not time for fountain time. We gotta find the others.
What do you mean?
But,
It is always fountain time.
oh my goodness.
I just hopped across 2 bridges, and you expect me to not enjoy the cool water of this fountain? Sarisa, you should know me better than that, and I splash myself.
Oh, you're right. I should know better.
You can go catch up with the others, but don't forget, 1 foot. And he just keeps splashing himself in the fountain.
Do I...
I'm watching you.
Oh. Teresa's gonna scuttle over to the bridge. Before she crosses it, she's gonna look back to see if Kikox is actually watching.
I am watching.
She's like, oh. And she's going to reluctantly start hopping across this bridge with 1 foot. Though her face and ears have gotten very red.
And Leah, you watch them do that.
Yeah, and Theta leans over to Leah. She's like, I forgot that we were supposed to be doing that, I'm gonna be honest.
Did Kikox say
I absolutely
tee-hee?
did not hop on 1 foot. on
Kagok
that
did say
bridge.
tee
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Good form, Sarisa. You look great.
She's gonna shoot you a dirty look, and her ears and her face are all red. She's gonna just glare at you.
Well, you'll certainly have no bad luck now. I mean, not after all that hopping.
Don't you talk to me about that. No.
Whoa.
No.
Sarisa.
No, don't you talk
Get
to
a
me about
nerve.
luck. I'm a follower of Fortuna. That wasn't luck. Didn't do anything for your luck.
Maybe you should introduce that, to your goddess and all her followers.
Absolutely not. Don't ever bring up such heresy again. She's gonna top off this way.
Wait, come back. We do have a job to do.
It's like, dang it. So she's gonna come back. She's pouting the whole time now.
Okay, so I know that Alicia gave us something to deal with the arcane sigil, but Anthena is still stretching, like she thinks she's gonna break down the door. She's gone into like Magnum PI mode. She's ready to break down the door, and then, but we don't have to break down the door. We just have to put the thing up to it. So,
Right? Wait, did we?
yeah, I think so. I think she said she would give us something. Did she ever actually give us something?
Right?
Well, she detailed out a big long thing. Do you remember her having that thing scroll a bunch for you guys?
Right, yeah,
Yes,
her-
the big,
yes,
big
yes.
list.
Yeah, and I don't know if I specifically said who she gave it to, but I feel like she would have given it to Leah. She, wizard to wizard communication.
Oh no,
Well,
we passed that
wizard
off
to
to
wizard.
Anthena.
Yeah, definitely Anthena has all of the things.
Yes,
All right.
agreed.
Then yeah, you pull out what she's given you, and so she gave you like a big long list of the things that you might be looking for, and kind of described them all in detail. If you recall, she drew little pictures of the components that you need as well.
Aww.
The phoenix fire ash and the coral from a mermaid's cove. And then you sort of flip that over and realize that on the back of that big long sheet she's given you is like arcane writing.
Ooh.
It's not something that you can read, Anthena, but Leah, you would.
Yeah,
Anthena holds it out to you.
Leah will take it.
What does it say?
Good question.
So you take a second to peruse that sheet. And you realize that she has basically very hastily scrawled a spell scroll on the back of that.
Ooh.
In an almost like expertly practiced hand.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And she sort of detailed her own like little spell for unlocking arcane locks there.
Ooh.
And
Dude,
you can
she's
kind of
so
see that she's like written out like the steps that you would take to use it. Almost as if she's like giving you basically like a textbook. And then at the bottom she's just like drawn a little winky face.
That's so cute.
I'm so obsessed with her! Oh my
I'm
god!
obsessed with her.
She's
I
perfect!
love her. She is the world's most perfect person. Well, it would
So yeah,
seem
you
that
realize that
she's
that's what the
given us
what the
this.
what the little quill was doing while you guys were talking to her.
Oh,
Is it
no.
was detailing out an
Magical.
entire spell scroll.
She was still having a whole conversation with us! Oh my god, she's awesome! So sick.
I'll relay the info to my less wizardly inclined folk.
Anthena is staring in amazement. So
Cool.
cool!
It is very cool. Ooh, I could
Oh,
never
so
do something like that.
Did she just like break into the bank for us? She seems much more capable.
You know, I still don't know how I feel about her knowing, you know, that bit.
She said
Yeah.
it was I mean, we didn't really tell her, but she said it was fine. She doesn't, you know.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. And if we do go, well, when we go and meet with Miss Almond again, I would like to, ask why she's so, you know, cool with us doing that. I mean, she said that Lady Gaunt was, what, thorn in her side or something? Thorn in their side? Something? I don't really remember.
Yeah, it just
But
seems like she's a bit of a horrible person, so, you know.
Yeah, I believe she described Lady Gwendolyn Gaunt as a thorn in the side of the city.
Ah. Right? So, I'm kind of want to ask some more questions, you know what I mean?
I trust her implicitly. I'm gonna be honest. I
Come now, Anthena, aren't you at least a slight bit curious why this Gwendolyn Gaunt is described as a thorn in the side of the city? As she starts, like, popping a grape in her mouth.
Anthena's so happy that other people are sampling the grapes. And samples more. I mean, I guess, but I feel like I don't need to know more than the fact that she has a bunch of money and doesn't treat her employees well.
Hmm.
That, you know, that does it enough for me.
Well, it's not enough for me. If we're gonna be stealing from this lady, I would like to know a little more why she's such a... I'm not allowed to say that word. Sorry. Anyway. Ulrid said I'm not supposed to say that word. She says...
Come
it's
on,
another-
you can say it in front of us. He's not here.
You know, you're right.
I didn't mean
Do not-
that as a. Oh,
Don't tempt me like that!
but you could. It's fun. Hey, the swears, Risa. She says, continuously popping grapes in her mouth.
It's like, wait, isn't there something up with these grapes? Susan says as she looks at one. They're not
I
like
think
normal
so.
grapes, right?
They taste delicious. That's all I'm worried about. There was a sign that said don't eat them, but
Yeah, there was a sign.
whatever, you know.
I just don't eat too many. I don't remember why I have this funny feeling about these grapes. Shrugs.
I have a feeling that they're delicious. And I tuck some in my pockets.
Very well.
You're just gonna I'm just gonna leave a stain though.
No,
What if they get crushed in your pocket and they stain your
I won't crush them. I'll keep them nice and I'll probably eat them in like a couple minutes, I'm gonna be honest.
Though I don't think you should I can't remember what it is about these. It should be fine.
Okay, should we break into this building? Once we've all filled up on grapes, of course.
Yes, the building. Speaking of which, I wonder if anybody else, knows about this building. Did we ask? I don't remember.
Got a question for me?
Did we? Yes, actually. Did we ask anybody
honestly,
about this?
I don't remember, but if you did, they didn't tell you much.
Yeah, Cerise's trying to like think about it. She's like, I don't remember. Do you guys remember? I don't remember if we asked.
It would have just been a bit of a mystery to everybody. Building sort of
is that-
looks abandoned, but clearly isn't at the same time.
Okay, it came back to me. Like, people are like, yeah, we don't know. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
They don't get it because they never see any. I think they said they never see anyone go in or out, but. And if you look in the windows, it looks abandoned, but obviously there's somebody in there because there's stuff churning out the chimney. So.
Well, if there's zombies or whatever, undead or ugly cats, I think I will back out. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
But we've got practice with them now. You've faced them before. You've killed them. You've bested them.
I don't know if I like the idea that I have had practice.
What else would you call defeating a bunch of magical cats? I'd say that's practice.
Anyway, so how are we... Oh, yes. Leah, what are we doing with all that magical stuff?
Well, the spell that we have here should unlock the front door, but
But...
it's obvious that they're keeping the front door locked for a reason. So we should probably at least be prepared for a little bit of a confrontation.
Right. So Kgox goes in first.
Well,
Understand.
I must unlock it first, but then Kate can go.
Right.
Hey, Rox, there's more grapes!
That's right, because Kgox is the most equipped for being in the front. So he just says, smiling.
I perk up. What? I get up out of the water.
Finally.
Kgox, we need you over here, please.
I hop on one foot across the bridge.
Of course.
Okay.
But if everyone is ready, I will go ahead and cast the spell.
And Dina holds out grapes for Kagox to take with his trunk.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe
I totally do. I do. I take them with my trunk and then into the mouth. Just
Leah
One
is,
at a
is gonna
time.
wait for K-Guys to finish doing the grapes.
Alright.
okay. I finished many of them. Now what?
I will be casting a spell, K-Box, and then you're going to go in before any of us because they probably won't be happy about us opening this door.
But not too far ahead. We don't want him in there by himself.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I'm following right behind you, K-Box.
Very well. So,
Um,
Leah, you're going to cast?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you pull out that paper that she's given you, the parchment, and kind of begin to read out the arcane words that she's given you. And as you sort of work through it, you start to kind of realize the brilliance of what she's sort of done here. She's mixed dispel magic and knock to make a spell that
Oh.
just dispels magic lock.
That's crazy.
God.
Um,
She's so perfect.
She's so smart.
and so as you're sort of reading it out, you kind of realize just exactly what she's done there and what she's given you. And as you complete the words, you see that there was sort of a barrier in front of the door that kind of just, almost like an invisible glass that you couldn't reach. But you see this sort of shatter in the very fabric of the air right in front of the door. And then in this sort of cascade of shards and sparkles, you see this once hidden lock fall away from the door.
I turned to the group. Well, first of all, that spell was rather fun to cast. But if you're ready, K-Box.
I am ready. And I go ahead inside.
Very well.
Ooh.
Give me one sec. Let me size you guys properly in this map. So Kagox, you charge in first, and as you all sort of peer through into the gloom of this building here, this is what you guys see. You enter to find,
Huh.
well, an abandoned building. It looks ramshackle. There's cobwebs in the corners, and the furniture is falling apart and kind of rotted from moisture and time. There's a thick layer of dust across every surface, and moths have eaten away at the carpet and bed sheets. And so the little kind of almost like hovel or house that you guys stand in is quite thoroughly abandoned. But on the far side of the room, there is a hatch, sort of a little cellar door that just sort of gently hisses with steam as it rises up through the cracks.
Hmm.
Wow.
Well,
This place looks like a dump.
Just a bit, yes.
I think we've discovered why nobody sees people going in or leaving this place. I would imagine they're using that trapdoor over there.
Oh. Oh no. Another door?
Another door.
Another door. Okay, is that one protected by some sort of lock thingy?
Leah will stare really hard at it.
Stare at it,
Yeah.
but doesn't appear to be. You can't really sense any sort of latent magic to it.
I don't
Looks
think
like any
it's...
old door.
I
Tap it.
think it should be fine.
Hmm.
There's probably people down there, though.
Oh, for certain.
Can I
But
go ahead?
we'll never know unless we find out.
Can I summon my frog?
You can, but I will remind you that the method of summoning your frog is a very loud
Oh.
bugle.
Yes, that is.
that
that's
emits a
true.
noise that resonates for quite some distance. So
Yeah,
you can
that
do
is
it if you want to, but that is the method of summoning your frog.
Yeah. What are we thinking? Because it takes an action to cast, so, you know, I probably won't want to use my action when we're in combat to summon a frog, but
True.
that does take away the element of surprise, so maybe I'll just, maybe I'll
Yeah.
just suffer the
Maybe
poor action
we.
economy and just do it later.
Yeah. Action economy, action schmonomy.
Alright, yeah. Oh, and Theta, like, goes to, she pulls it out ready, and I'm assuming gets a look from all of you, and is like,
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do
yeah,
that.
oh, okay, yep, good, yep. That's a good idea. Yeah, okay. Is there anything in this
Okay.
chest?
You open it. It's not locked or anything like that, and you just find kind of some like old boots and shoes and stuff like that.
Does anyone need
It's
new shoes?
just a foot locker.
Mm, those don't look new.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they're not, you know, new, but they'd be new to you if.
Mm,
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that, but no.
Should I drop it down the trapdoor and see what happens?
Maybe not.
No.
Okay.
Aren't we supposed to be trying to have the element of surprise here?
Well, they'd be so confused. Like,
Yes.
what the hell? Why is there a shoe that just dropped down from the sky? And then we'd be like,
I think you watched
We'll
too many
try-
Would we
videos.
not be surprising enough?
We'll try your shoe idea some other time.
all right, I'm gonna hold on to. I'm gonna take
Okay,
one shoe
all
from
right.
the chest and put it in a pocket. We'll use
You
it.
do have a lot of pockets.
I do have a lot of pockets. That is canon. So.
Girl. So Leah, you're standing in front of the trapdoor. What do you do?
I'm gonna open it.
All right. Yeah, there's no lock on it. You've already sort of bypassed the security system, so whoever was keeping people out clearly didn't think you'd get this far. And so you pry it open, and there's sort of like a little blast of steam that kind of hits you warm and has this weird acrid smell to it. And so you kind of almost like flinch back slightly from that as it billows out of the open trapdoor. But as that clears, you look down and see. Let me just double check. Let me see what you see from that angle. You see a carpet. But more importantly, you don't see any ladder.
Hmm.
Yes.
Should I try to climb down first and then help lower everybody else down?
Oh, we could try the shoe thing. Just saying.
Actually, the shoe thing might not be a terrible idea.
That's what I said. You know.
Wait, why the heck would there be no ladder?
Alright, Anthena, drop the shoe.
Drop the shoe. Okay. I dropped the shoe.
Oh, we're go. Okay.
All right, you drop the shoe,
Flawless. Check.
and it lands on the carpet that you can see below you.
Of course. Of course.
And there's just sort of a dull thud. There's wood floorboards under the carpet, and so it just kind of lets out this dull thud. Slightly muted by the carpet, but you still dropped a shoe. And then you just hear in the distance just, what the heavens was that?
I bet they're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Oh,
You get it. You get the fun.
guys, I don't know if that was actually a good idea.
But maybe
No, it
they'll
was.
come up here and we'll see how they get up here, and then we can
Yes.
fight just one of them up here, and then go down and get the other ones.
Then shouldn't we I don't know, get away from the door and
Well,
hide?
maybe it's that whoever said that. Are they approaching or did they
Leah
just
will
say?
back up, but peer a little bit of her head over the door, like the
Like Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, like Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could hang down into the trapdoor if you wanted to actually look at the room, but from where you're kind of standing right now, just gazing down into it, you'd only see the rug.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have peeked in first before dropping the shoe, guys.
Do I see anybody coming over to the rug?
You don't.
I'm not
Um,
falling for the shoe.
but if you are you just waiting and watching?
Yeah.
All right. You see the shoe just suddenly float up from the carpet and then across the room out of sight.
Um,
Interesting.
where'd this that shoe go?
Take the shoe.
Ew.
Where'd it go?
The shoe. The shoe
It's
was
okay.
stolen.
Guys, we gotta get the shoe back.
Can we let the other shoe drop?
No.
I think the same thing will happen. The fact that it floats is really interesting. Wonder if
I
that's how
don't
they
think
get
But they
up
might
and
have
down.
sprung.
What if they're invisible fairies or something?
Really? I don't know if invisible fairies would wear clothes.
Wait a minute.
Wait, that was
Oh my
that's
gosh.
probably not
We
their
don't need a
shoes.
ladder, right?
Huh?
Hold up. Hold
I
on.
mean, I kind of need one. Can you fly? Is that a thing that you can do?
No, I can't fly.
Oh,
And no, I'm not sending Cobalt down there.
I didn't ask you to do that.
Good. So,
You thought it, actually.
I will go
No.
down. I
No,
go
no, no,
down.
no.
Chaos
No,
down.
no, 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 we need it. Okay, Cerisa kind of peeks. How far down is that? How far?
It's like maybe just over a 10-foot drop, kind of maybe somewhere in between 10 and 15. You estimate it. It's a bit of a
Okay,
drop.
if you jump down, does that like break ankles?
Nah.
Nah.
I mean, you can make a cool save if you want to try to do a neat roll, but
Hmm.
Well, Leah and Athena could, of course, do that, but you know,
Yeah, they can do that like normally.
yeah.
Oh,
they-
okay.
yeah,
Well, then
it's,
I'm
like,
not
fine.
gonna use Quayletta. I don't know, guys. I don't know about you guys, but that looks like a pretty. That looks like a big drop. Is it?
How tall is Kgox?
8 feet.
So it's nothing to him.
Right?
Okay,
So he's like.
Kgox, maybe.
I will go down first and help lower you all down.
Well, maybe we should just see how many people are down there. I could, you know, lean
Take
and
it.
try to see if I could see people.
Oh yeah. Try to be sneaky about it.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna use
High
my
five.
incredible
Hey, quiet,
dexterity
high five.
and
quiet
try
high
and peer into the room.
all right. So just kind of like lying down and hanging your head down into it.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think that would be so difficult that would require any sort of check. I think, I think a toddler could do that.
Well, okay, she does it really cool in a way that a toddler
That's
couldn't
just-
do it.
That's the metric that we use to see if you need a roll on
If a toddler can do it.
it.
Nice.
But yeah, so Anthony, you hang down into the trapdoor, and this is what you see. Have they changed the system? They swapped
Oh,
this around
no.
on me?
I hate you.
Because you didn't say anything, did you? You stole any of them
No,
out?
I did not. Yes, correct.
Yeah, they changed the system. All right, hang on.
Damn it.
The suspense is killing me. Guys, what am I
How
gonna
does this
see?
new how does this new system work? Let's see. I don't want to do it wrong. Is this how it works?
We'll close our eyes.
There we go. There we go. I think we got it, Gabby.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Well, this is what you see, Anthena. Being vague.
Uh-huh.
And this thing is looking directly at you because it saw a shoe drop.
Great. Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
Can you make a dex save for me?
Absolutely, I can. Okay. Okay. So 14, but I did. I got guidance, right? Or does that
Yeah.
not count now?
Guidance is just for checks, right? I think.
Right. Saving throw. Yep. Okay. Yep. 14.
That's insufficient. The rest of you see Anthena lean her head down in there, and she's barely down there for about like 3 seconds, and then just the entirety of Anthena just gets yanked down into the
Whoa.
trapdoor, and she disappears.
Cerise is like, ah,
And Athena, you feel yourself get yoinked right here.
She
We're
lets
just
out
gonna,
a
we're just gonna,
yelp.
yeah, you feel yourself just sort of fly through the air and you land where you do. We're just gonna quickly go back to the others. We're gonna kind of put pause on that. So the rest of you see Anthena just yoink right down into the trapdoor. What do you do?
As soon as she gets yoinked and is pulled out of sight, I go in after her.
Alright.
Thank you, K-Gox.
Hey guys, jumps down.
Oh,
Cerisa,
no.
Leah, what do you guys do?
Teresa, we're going now. We're going now.
But what's down there?
Take my hand. We'll go together.
Oh, you don't want to
Together.
know,
Together,
Teresa.
Oh, but
Together,
it's such a
Teresa.
high.
Teresa.
It's too high.
Teresa, grab my hand. Grab my hand, Teresa.
Okay. Teresa grabs her hand.
Okay, we're jumping now.
What?
Leah jumps.
I'm just gonna quickly. I'm just gonna quickly regroup, and then I can just drag the whole thing over. All right. So you all dive down the trapdoor after Anthena, and this is what you guys see.
Come join the party.
Do I want
Oh
to?
no!
Yeah, no, I don't
I'm
want to
so
do that.
excited.
Never mind. Never mind.
This is exciting for me.
Damn it. They don't wear shoes. Whose shoes is that?
Whose shoes is that?
Holy
Whose shoes?
crap!
You have no
Uh-oh.
feet.
So you all land a little hard. Maybe Kgex catches Teresa and Leah.
Aw.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I catch them. Once
Is
I'm
it-
down there, I make sure I can catch them.
Yeah, and so the three of you land on that little rug there at the bottom of the trapdoor. And as you kind of look up from your landing, you look across the room and see this massive floating orb with many, many tendrils that all sprout eyes, and one massive eye in the center of its head. And it is sort of holding Anthena, who's sort of just hovering in the air in front of it. And then you see the eyes kind of all like flick around Anthena as the tendrils sort of weave around her to look at you three. And the creature looks at all of you and says, "Care to explain your trespassing?"
Can I talk?
Yeah, it's just holding you in, like you're just floating in midair in front of it.
All right.
Cerise's gonna start praying.
Oh.
She's gonna take out a little thingy that she uses to pray, and she's just gonna start praying.
Very well. The others?
You don't have feet. Why are there shoes upstairs?
Oh my gosh.
The eyes kind of like stare at you for a second, and then he just kind of almost like rolls a couple of them and says, "Well, they're not my bloody shoes, are they?"
Yeah, but is that your house upstairs?
I am in ownership of the building.
You pay rent or have a lease?
I think
Okay.
you'll find that not many people come knocking, except you four. Care to explain?
We were just curious who was responsible for such lovely grapes out front. They're really beautiful, really flourishing. And we wanted to meet the gardener responsible. What humble farmers, us four. Yep, that's what we are.
And you humble farmers just, what? Stumbled your way past my arcane lock with a pitchfork then, is that it?
Oh, it's Anthena.
Arcane, look, I think it was probably turned off. We just opened the door and it
Oh
just
my
flew
God,
right open.
Athena, you're gonna get us killed.
That's what happened. That's she sees so many eyes and has never seen this many eyes. on one
You can
single-
try to roll deception if you want.
This isn't gonna help. This doesn't make it better. That is an
Up to you.
18 though.
Yeah, the eyes just kind of keep fixed on you. He's clearly frowning. You can see that big kind of furrowed brow. He's not particularly impressed.
But, Anthena, listen, sir, we're not we're not farmers. We're here looking into a few things, and we had heard tell that there was somebody doing alchemy underneath this abandoned house.
Heard
And
tell?
yes,
From who did you hear this?
Leah, you frantically hear in your head, don't tell him about this! But don't tell him about this!
you know what? I don't think lying is going to help our situation.
Just redact some of the truth. Maybe just don't tell the full story.
We're alright, long story short is we're trying to get two Dragonborn together, so we need
Oh my god! So
This is for sure the way.
Stay
This is
on the
the way.
ground.
I
This is gonna
failed
suck.
to see how that led you here.
yes, but we need the ingredients for a solve to put into the soil so that these magic berries will grow. So we've been asking around to different types of people who know magic and are working as alchemists, and we need some very specific ingredients. And we were told by a source that I will not name. I apologize. I'm not going to say who it is. That perhaps maybe there might be something of interest to us underneath that abandoned house, because the colored smoke and the arcane look, you would assume that somebody working underneath would be arcane inclined.
And you thought this gave you right to trespass on my property?
Not just okay, well, yes, maybe trespassing, you could maybe say that it was breaking it. However, I will say this. I apologize.
We're so sorry.
That's a start. But I would appreciate the apology a little more if you were to perhaps offer up a little more candor on this source of yours. You see, no one's supposed to know I'm here.
Okay. Well, the thing is we didn't know that you were here specifically. We had no idea who or what or how many people or not people were down here. So the only knowledge that was circulating was that there might be an entity in this house. The details were not made clear to us.
And now that you've found this entity, what exactly is it that you entertain to do? He kind of like just wiggles Anthena around like she's a doll a little bit in midair.
Well, the only things that I would ask is to A, please let my friend go, and B, if I could ask you a few questions about some ingredients on a list that we need.
I try to get Anthena down out of the air. Put her down. You will get your answers, but put her down. Can I make an intimidation check?
Sure.
That is a natural 20 for 23.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Put her
Very
down.
intimidating.
The creature sort of like sighs and relents, and Anthena, you feel yourself sort of drop to the ground.
I catch her before she drops to the ground.
Well, he wasn't holding her that high off the ground.
Okay. Well, okay.
He was like a couple inches off the ground. And he says, "Very well, but you've got a lot of explaining to do."
Leah, tell him what he needs to know.
All right. So, we've been sent here by a court magician for the Mariswar family. Not
Umbridge, you mean?
yes, not to
Handletree's
intrude on-
little brat.
I'm taking that as maybe you're not on the best of terms.
Well, we don't know each other, but I'm not a fan.
Why? If you don't mind me asking.
Not fond of those who would waste their arcane abilities.
Interesting. Waste how? Because she works as a court magician?
To chain oneself to a noble family like a slave and then gallivant around the city in a little bird costume, please. It's beneath one who holds the title of wizard.
Well, I suppose I can see where you're coming from. As a wizard myself, it is not something I would wish to do. And she is rather brilliant. I will say that. It was her
And
work
all of
that-
it wasted.
Well,
I think the guy that lives in an abandoned house can't really talk about that, okay?
and then
It's allowed!
he's allowed his own opinions.
Tell me, little fawn, does this building right here look abandoned to you? And he kind of swells up a little bigger.
I don't know. I mean, there was a bunch of cobwebs upstairs, broken bed. Only
This
six-
place
And-
looks lovely, sir. It looks
And
absolutely
this lab,
lovely.
It's nice to read.
does it look occupied?
It looks very occupied, sir. She doesn't
Good.
know what she's talking about.
I like this one. This one understands. And he just gestures with an eyeball at Sarisa.
Yes, Teresa does have a rather good eye for good things. But I would ask of you nothing, because we are intruding upon your home, and for that I am deeply sorry.
Yes, you are.
We are admittedly a little stuck looking for the things that we are, and well, I see every opportunity to gain knowledge as one that I might get something out of. So even if you decide to be benevolent with us and let us go with nothing, I would be more than happy. But if you're willing to answer a few questions.
Well, I suppose I could hear your questions out, though I can't guarantee I'd answer them.
And that is perfectly understandable. It is already
Very
more than enough.
gracious of you, sir. That's
Yes,
very
it's willing
gracious.
to listen to our
Indeed.
questions.
You ought to remember that.
Believe me, I will. You do have quite an expensive laboratory down here. My goodness, I had no idea something could
Yes,
exist on there.
spare yourself the embarrassment of the flattery. What are your questions?
Okay, right. I'm sorry. Is flattery? I have an interest. Anyway, and she holds up the paper that the court magician wrote out for us with the ingredients on it that we need, like the super niche stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea where you can find any of this?
He kind of just like holds like one of his tendrils up to it, and you see it scan the page. Arcane components. Well, yes, I know where to find those things.
Oh, really? Would you be keen on sharing their location?
Oh, was that your question? Well, you really should have started with that then.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I should have asked.
No, I don't think I will.
Okay. That's understandable. Thing.
So,
Cinderstone? Do you know where we might find some of that?
I do.
And you won't tell us?
No, I don't.
Oh, I have a question. Did you
Yeah?
hire a thief to steal from another alchemist named Greek Rock?
Ah. Well, you do have your noses in a lot of pies, don't you? How exactly
My
did you
nose
find out
goes
about
where
that?
it wants.
Like you
And
said.
yet it's landed you in quite a lot of trouble here, hasn't it? How exactly did you learn about Creek Rock and
We broke into his
my...
house.
Well, you're not the only one who's done that.
No,
Yeah,
we weren't.
we met your little
We
thief.
met.
He's actually very
We met
nice.
him.
Well,
Nice is an effective word.
it's very clumsy of him, I must say. I was not made aware of that little meeting. Suppose I will have to have a little chat with him later.
Or you won't, because you're not his
He was
employer.
interested in contracting us as well. I do believe that was probably the reason why he made himself known. I have it on good authority that he would not have were he not interested.
Contracting him, eh? Looking to steal something? Say, from a laboratory that might possess ingredients that you're seeking? That's what you're telling me?
No,
in
absolutely not.
particular.
Nope.
We had him an idea of contracting him for other purposes that do not involve a laboratory.
Oh, sure. Yes, I believe you.
Just tell him. Just tell him.
I'm not going to lay out all of our plans. Unless he wants to hear them. Excuse me, sir, would you like to hear our 37-step plan on the crimes that we're planning on committing that don't involve you at all?
If you guys
Well-
won't, Cereza will.
Seems to me that
Teresa,
step
no.
1 has already been involved in a crime that does pertain to me. Step 1, trespassing. What's step 2?
You're full of yourself if you think this was step 1.
We will tell you whatever you want to know.
There's been no damage to your
Right.
home.
We'll
We
tell
may
you.
be here wrongly,
Well,
but
I'm afraid we are at a difficult position then, because, well, you just being here and seeing me does in fact threaten my home, and you've even told me that the court jester of the Marissoir family also knows I'm
Yeah.
here, and you're going to run on off to, what, tell tales about me? We really can't have that happening.
I'm not particularly interested in telling tales about you, sir.
Are you
But,
certain?
quite. But I will say this. If there is anything that we can do to gain your trust and perhaps some of the information that you possess, I'd be more than happy to do it for you.
Well, I suppose you've already proven yourselves rather efficient at being where you shouldn't be, isn't that right?
I would say that's one of the only things that we're good at. Just kidding. We do have a variety of skill sets. So, continue.
Nice save.
Very well. As he's about to kind of talk, you hear like this pounding from this door over here.
Yeah.
And he just goes, ignore that. Now, where was I? An errand on my behalf. Well, that could be interesting. But we would need a sort of... Excuse me? Sir?
No, Keiko.
you're excused.
I think I told you to ignore that. Isn't that right?
K-Gox. Get back over here.
That's the least you could do is listen for a moment. Please. We don't want to antagonize any further than we have already.
I have a
He,
question.
he does not seem cooperative, so why should we listen?
He's,
Okay, go.
he's being cooperative at this
ones.
moment. We
Yeah.
broke into his house.
True, real, true.
I mean, that is true. Like you don't understand.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
Gaunt.
Would you allow me to cast a message through the door? You can cast it through objects, and it says specifically if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. I do hear someone knocking.
You're not familiar with the target, though.
Yeah. Worth a try.
Yeah, tell me what's behind there, and I'll let you do it.
It's a person who has hands, probably, and is very, very determined.
Joke's on you. It's just a big snake.
It's a giant bug.
A snake. You
Okay, well, they could have been a person that got transformed into a bug.
Uh-huh.
A la Kafka.
No, you
Shut the
can't do
fuck
it then. Wow,
Okay,
this is so
alright.
Kafka-esque, guys.
This is so Kafka.
This is so Kafka-esque. You guys mean
No,
Kafka from hit video game series Hawkeye Star?
no, Anthony, you can't. Where were we then? Before that, very rude interruption.
I do have to apologize for his behavior, sir. You were thinking of if there was any errand that we might run for you to perhaps say benefit?
Yes. Well, I suppose there's one thing.
Yes.
Well, I believe you're already familiar with a little vulture named Krikro.
Yes, we are.
Well, he's become a little bit of a, how should I say? I suppose a rival might work, but I don't think he's aware of the rivalry. He's just getting in the way of my research. Even if he doesn't know it's me.
Sounds like you're getting in his way. You stole all of his spies.
Yes, I did my best to hinder him, but he has not given up, evidently.
Yeah, I don't think he really knows that you are holding a rivalry with him.
And yet he's still trying to counteract something that I don't want him to, so he is, even if he remains unaware of who I am, he's still a bit of a thorn in my side.
Well, what are you attempting to do?
I don't think that really matters, does it?
I'd say that it does.
Oh, are you deciding the terms now?
No, we're not.
What do you have to?
Teresa,
I'll decide the terms.
as someone that practices magic, I have a right to know what the arcane arts are being used for. At the very least, because you are asking something of us, which, as we have trespassed in your home, this is benevolent of you. However, I feel as though I do have a right to know what it is that I'm going into prior to making a contract.
Yes, and were you here in the capacity of a fellow spellcaster, I would, of course, be inclined to agree, but that's not why you're here, is it? You're here as an errand girl right now. So no, you don't need to know.
Well, will you answer me a question about it at the very least?
Once the task is complete, we can discuss further what you need.
I had a question about one question in particular about what exactly it is that Creekbox is interrupting.
My
You can
studies.
say no. Yes, but I had a question about your studies.
Mm-hmm. And I already told you you don't need to know anything about that. That matters not to the task I have for you.
Right.
Detect thoughts as he says that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Just surface level. I'm not gonna go deeper, but
Okay.
I want to see if I
Yeah, I
can
was
catch
gonna
what the plan is.
Okay. It might be a little hard for you to decipher. between like aberrant thought versus your own, plus just the subject matter that he's dealing with is a little kind of beyond a bard. But you get these flashes of all sorts of dissections.
Okay.
You see actually zombified rats. You see like the figures of people with ribs splayed open. You see then tinctures kind of being brewed. You see what looks to be some sort of dark red liquid being poured into potions. You see tinctures being mixed and then mixed into soil.
Oh,
Oh.
what?
And then you see grapes growing.
Oh. No!
And that's really all the context you have, because you can't really piece together what that any of that even means, and even what order those are even in. But just with zero context, that's what you just get, this like almost like rapid slideshow right through your head.
No.
Oh
Oh,
god, oh no!
I have an out of
Okay.
character question, if that's okay. Super fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Leah has semi put this together. Would it be possible, because she knows necromancy, would she be able to discern that what he's doing is the shit that Creekrox was talking about, the zombification stuff, like from what he's got in his lab?
You can make Arcana, investigation, any sort of thing like that if you want. I'll give you advantage on it,
Okay.
since this is your area of expertise.
I will do Arcana.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a natural 20, so 25. Don't even
Alright.
need
Oh.
don't even need the advantage.
Yeah, with a nat 20, you kind of glance around the lab, and you can see kind of some similar stuff to what was in Creekroc's lab. You can see that dissected rat and stuff like that. And I think as someone who studies necromancy, you get the sense that he's actually not animating anything. He's just like Creekroc, he is also studying these animated undead, but he's not actually creating them. That's what you would glean. He's missing instruments, he's missing components, and you would know those components. And so when you look at those, you go, it doesn't seem like that's his focus.
Ooh, okay. So Leah will turn back to him, just kind of a little thoughtfully, and say, so, you're not animating the dead, which is good. I was worried about that, but you are researching them. So, care to share?
His brow kind of furrows, and then he lets out another sigh and says, perhaps you're a little keener than I first thought.
Yes, well, you can't work with dead and then expect a necromancer not to notice.
Very well, since you're so damnable and, well, perceptive. I suppose I could explain a little bit. You see, strange things have been happening in this area for, well, quite some time now. And mostly hidden from sight, mostly ignored or just dismissed as the common monster sighting, or, well, undead aren't that uncommon, are they? And waved away by the citizenry. But I've been noticing an increase. Something festers in the soil here. I've been studying it. And I've been taking my samples. There's brimstone in the very dirt. But some alchemists think that it's something that should be stopped instead of studied, put away, dispelled. But why would we pass up an opportunity like that? No, I've been studying it, and I've even put my attempts at recreating it. You did stay off the grapes, didn't you? And he looks right at you, K-Cox.
I just look back at him. I mean, if he's seen me eat them, he's seen me eat them.
Yeah, he watched you eat one in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something wrong with the grapes?
Well, they were just my attempt to sort of recreate the process of that festering soil. Really don't think they're that good for you. That's why I put up the sign, but I don't think you heeded it. Judging by your reaction, he's just grinning.
I have eaten. I have
Couldn't
eaten
let
a
us do
stumble.
something funny, could you? Just break a rule. No, it has to have payback. This is horrible.
I put a sign.
Literal sign.
I didn't think you meant it. Really, a sign, not even a fence. There wasn't even a fence.
Well,
I
to be
cannot
fair,
even read.
to be fair, he could have just not put them there if he didn't want people to read them. He just thought it was funny.
Exactly.
Wow, this guy's messed up.
And now we return to that little rival of mine, the pathetic little feathered friend. He's trying to put a stop to all this infernal nonsense, and I don't want him to. So, if you want my help, which I can readily provide, trust me, there's a lot that I can do for you. But if you want that, you're going to have to help me with that little foul friend.
Hmm.
Now, you all
Well-
seem like you don't quite have the stomach for what's truly necessary in life, so I'll give you options. How about that?
Options.
One, you
Like
could
what?
just wander in there again and just kill the little fellow. Shouldn't be too difficult. He's just a little vulture. Or you could wander down there and kidnap him and bring him to me, and I will do what I will with him, and you can be provided your reward. Those are your choices.
Did he question my intestinal fortitude?
Just the
He's-
worst
he's-
question ever.
He said that we didn't have the stomach for it.
He said that in the sense of moral fortitude, but you're welcome to interpret it however you want.
Okay.
Kigox throws up on him.
No.
End of story.
Kagox is about to throw on him, but not throw up on him.
Oh no. It's like, I have a question, if you don't mind.
Yes,
Sir?
little one?
Why don't you, the two of you, it might seem like a silly question, but why don't the two of you just work together?
Because
Maybe.
he wants to stop it and I want it to get worse.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And she just kind of hides back
I've got a
behind the...
question.
Yes?
If you're so great, why can't you just kill him yourself?
I could, but I don't really like to make my presence known. And, well, it might get a little sloppy if I were to kill him there.
And what if we say we're not going to help you?
Well, then we arrive back at that old impasse of I can't let you leave because you're going to tell the little court jester. Pick your poison, if you will.
I have kind of a silly mechanical question.
Mhm.
Would you let me cast Unseen Servant and tell it to go open that door?
Look at its specific.
Okay.
Like I'm just drawing a
It's-
blank on it.
The
Is
spell
it,
creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force that performs
Yeah,
single
that's
task.
not what I was looking at. I was looking at verbal component. So you would need to say something,
Yeah.
which could potentially be overheard. Now you could try to like whisper. I usually allow a little bit of stealth spell casting, even with all those usual things, just because I think casters doing stealth spells are fun. But obviously that would provide him an opportunity to see what you did.
Yeah.
But it's certainly you can attempt it.
I don't know, gang.
I don't know. I don't like the sound of it, guys. Oh man.
I want to know what's behind that door.
I do not like this man, and I do
Me
not
neither.
feel like unaliving
Valid.
someone who has done nothing wrong to us.
Yeah, we're not killing.
True, real.
This
Valid.
eyeball has been nothing but unhelpful.
We did
Granted,
also break into his.
I don't care that we broke into his house. That's all he harps on. That's all he harps on. He wants us
about that actually. It's
he
kind
wants
of
us to commit a stronger crime as opposed to the crime that we committed, and he's not willing to let us leave because he's wanting us to. He's afraid we're going to tell on him. So
admitted to. He's trying to make the undead and infernal happenings worse.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bastard.
Then he is a bad guy. In my heroic past, I would have fought monsters like this. I want to fight this monster. Give me a reason not to.
Okay, I'm pretty newbie at D&D. Even I know that's a mind flayer, right?
That's a beholder. That's a beholder.
Ah, beholder. Yeah.
Mind flayers are.
Level 3 players kill a beholder.
Mind flayers are the squid guys. Yeah.
Yeah, the squid guys. Okay, I was close enough.
Yeah, fairly close. they're just the other iconic D&D monster.
Yeah.
Mimics
And so
to be fair, there are a lot of
right?
different types of beholders, but beholder is fine as a catch-all.
Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure that beholders aren't like, something to sneeze at, right?
Depends how mean Gran is.
That's pretty. They're pretty bad. They're like out of game. They're pretty bad, but we don't know this.
We don't know this, right?
I know you guys didn't even ask his name. Damn. Rude.
I don't care. Who's the real villain here? Let's be honest. I really don't care who his name is.
He grabbed me and threw me around. I don't give a shit.
Leah would ask.
You poked your head. Do his job done. What was he supposed to do? Throwing shoes on him?
I think we should open the door. Are we talking in our minds or no? Or
we're out of character. We're out of character.
Okay, we're out of character. Okay,
but if you want to say something,
because we've already been going for 3 hours and we started an hour later, so I'm fine to just like stop right here if you guys want to think about it for a week. Because we're already like overdue double.
Yeah.
That's true, but it's like, man.
I really, really, really think that we should open the door, antagonize him into this, and then I'm going to hit him right in his center eyeball with my hammer.
I feel like there's a secret behind the door that will help us. Maybe he's holding someone captive and they will help us in the fight.
I think Leah wants to steal his research notes. He died.
I think
I want to hit him. I think I want to hit
kill him and steal all of this shit because
I want to hit him.
Is both Creek-Rock stuff and
please give me a reason not to hit him.
It's a reason.
Don't hit him quite yet.
And cry.
Do you want to open the door?
It's a reason we'll cry.
Cry.
Yeah, can we open the door before we leave? Before we end the session, can we open the door or attempt to open the door?
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
Okay.
Someone's gonna have to go for it, or mage hand it, or something.
I mean, I can just mage. Actually, wait, what's the?
You can see a mage.
Yeah,
it'll be invisible, but you're not really making any attempt to do it invisibly. It's opening a door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 30 feet.
How far is it?
Yeah.
I mean, like you're off the grid.
Get up on the
platform.
Yeah, get up on the platform up here and do it from up here.
Yeah, I mean, I could just walk.
Yeah.
Also, what's his name?
At all.
And Leah asked that. What his name is?
Yeah, you can say that you do that while Anthena sort of repositions, and so you kind of distract him with his own ego a little bit.
Yes.
All right, do it then.
Sir, I hate to. Well, I hate to just keep referring to you as an unnamed sir. Would you mind telling us who you are?
Well, I suppose you wouldn't know since I've done such a good job of keeping myself private up until now. But I am Belshazzar the Wise.
The wise.
Of course.
Intriguing.
A wise man shares his wisdom.
Actually, I think the wise man does not.
So how does he become the wisest man of all if others are to know his secret?
He directs all the eyeballs at you for a second and goes, by taking it. And Anthony, you can use that opportunity
Yeah,
to do what you want to do.
Yeah, I may chain the door open.
Alright. Yeah, you conjure little mage hand.
When she does that, as soon as he acts out of turn, I am readying to rage and attack him.
Okay.
I am readying to rage and attack him if he
God.
acts out of turn.
Noted.
TPK! TPK!
We all die, let's go!
Stupid. So you summon a mage hand. You can just summon it like right at the door handle, right?
Yeah.
And the mage hand pulls the door, and the door is locked.
No! I was hoping it wouldn't be. Damn it.
But Belshazzar does not miss a glowing hand trying to open the door that he told you to ignore.
Yeah,
And he kind of like swells up again. Like the tendrils kind of expanding out to make him seem larger. And he says, "I thought I told you to ignore that. I've been nothing but a gracious host for you trespassers, but you are testing my patience. It would not be that much of a big deal for me to go and take care of that little bird myself. I was merely allowing you to handle my errands for me. But I think now you're overstaying your welcome."
Uh-oh.
Some of the eyes are starting to glow.
Oh, damn it.
Is that him? Is that him acting out of turn?
I mean, they're glowing. It's up to you how you interpret that. He hasn't actually done anything antagonistic yet, but his eyes are starting to glow. I'll allow anyone else to do one more thing before Kagox just fights.
Okay.
Leah is taking a step back.
Here. Sarisa?
Cerise's gonna stand up and it's like, please excuse my friends. Sir, they can be absolutely fools sometimes. You have been so gracious to us.
He kind of like pauses, and those eyes are still glowing, but like a couple of them flick over to Sarisa. And he says, "Well, the little one has been polite enough, I suppose. Perhaps I'll let that one live, and she can be my little assistant.
Wait, what?
The other ones, I'm afraid, are mighty tiresome."
Me also.
We'll
No,
see.
I rage and I
Sam.
smack him. I rage and I smack
Me
him.
also.
You will do no such
Oh
thing.
God!
I will not have my companions, my battle sisters, murdered or enslaved in front of me.
All right.
This is atrocious.
Yeah, we'll roll initiative here for everybody. I'll give Kagox advantage on yours just because he was sort of readying to attack as well, so you're not catching him by surprise per se, but you are waiting to like react, and so you're definitely like ready to go. So I'll give you advantage on your initiative roll to represent that,
Okay.
rather than just rocketing you to the top.
Yay!
I got a
Okay.
21, so.
Bro!
Oh,
No!
scared, bro. She's
And-
too scared.
All right. Actually, that kind of works, to be honest. Kigok's ready to go at 20, and Leah, who was watching this all happen and stepped back, is also ready to go at 21. So you guys are the ones who are ready. Teresa, maybe a little too scared to do anything right
Yep.
now.
You know what? That
And
makes
Athena
sense.
distracted by trying to open the door, so she's kind of middle of the road. That actually kind of like logically works out.
Yeah,
Wow.
Like it when the
tracks.
roles represent what was happening in the scene. Anyways, so yeah, you all ready for combat as Belshazzar swells up with magic. We're ready to strike, but we will have
swell
to
up
end
too.
this. Yeah, exactly. But we'll end the session here because it's already 11:30.
Oh,
Yes.
oh
How
man.
mean are you? How badly did you screw us here?
I mean, we'll see.
Oh boy. I have a
Oh.
question. I have a question
Okay.
that might be helpful.
Sure.
Because my birthday is next week, do I get birthday inspiration?
what day of the week is it?
My birthday is on Saturday of next week.
Man, I usually do it for like if it's on the day of, but I've been so lenient about it and I don't really care. So let's say yeah, why not? Why not?
Let's
Okay.
go!
Oh, yay! Happy birthday!
Thank you. This will help, guys. I conned our way into help, even though
I
I'm
don't
not
know,
liking my
man.
birthday.
Because it's all just arbitrary rules anyways. It doesn't really matter.
It's
My
true.
birthday inspiration rule doesn't really matter. If it happens within reason of the
My
session,
birthday's in
then that's
6
fine.
months from now. Can I have a birthday?
Yeah, exactly. If it's like if it's within like 5 days or so, that's totally reasonable. I don't really care. There's no rules for that. I'm acting like there's some sort of like arbitration method going on there.
Olivia, your birthday inspiration will make or break the fight for us.
Oh god,
I
okay.
know already it's gonna come in at a really important time, and you're gonna use it so well.
Happy 21st to me, guys. I'm gonna flex on the whole party.
Take a shot every time one of us
Take a
goes
shot
down.
every time we die. I'll be absolutely just like trashed on the floor.
All right. Okay. Well, I can't go back over to my other little chill tavern, because we were boneless today. But we'll
Do you
just
like
we'll
your
just hang out
streams
here
with or without
while we wrap up.
bones?
Today, Twitch said boneless.
Boneless.
You're gonna do the next best thing, and we're gonna just pretend. Everybody, puppet show. There, that's me. That's me. See me? See me, chat? I'm waving at you. You see? I've got my little T, and I'm waving at you. All right. So, off the top of our heads, does anything interfere with next week?
Nope.
Nope.
I should
Nope.
be good next week.
Very well. Going back to our usual time, correct? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured it would just be a one-off thing, but I wanted to make sure.
Thanks, everybody. My stuff is all
Yeah, for
packed.
sure.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, it's really not a problem. So yeah, we will pencil ourselves in for a yes for next week. If anything occurs, please do let me know, and we can make adjustments if we need to. So yeah, we will wrap up here for tonight. Thank you players for playing. Thanks chat for tuning in.
Thank you, boss, for running the thing.
Yes, thank
Of
you.
course.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gran.
Of course. God, you guys finally met Belshazzar because he's just been like cooking away in his little meth house for quite a while.
Methos!
Good.
Is that what you expected to be down
Absolutely not. I did not think you'd whip out a beholder.
there?
But I thought like
No,
maybe
Gran.
zombies or something, but
I don't know,
I-
some like old dude. I don't know.
I want to say that I was muted for a bit, and I was yelling that I'm going to hit this beholder, and then I realized I was muted, and I'm like, no, I need to let them know I'm not going to let this happen to them. I'm going to hit this beholder.
I was hoping it would be a sexy old man, because that's what I always hope.
Wait.
Too
I'm
bad.
not explaining
Well,
myself.
I mean,
I mean-
he could be old. He's pretty old.
I mean he's old.
He's
I
got a
don't
lot
know
of
if
eyes.
I don't know.
An
if that's
ancient
sexy.
aberrant being.
You were simping for him a little bit, Olivia. Like, why are you
He's
being so nice
gonna-
to him?
He's gonna...
Like-
Who said that?
Whoa!
I have something inappropriate to say. about
No!
the ball.
Anyways, before that happens, let's wrap up the stream.
Run chat.
Yeah, you're not
Get out while
sure.
you
Get
still
out
can.
while you still can. Close the tab. Close the tab, quick.
All right, guys. So here's my
No. Wait. Coming up for the rest of this week, I believe, unless there's anything that's changed, you tell me, Rika. We should have a Elden Ring on Friday this time. We usually do it Saturdays, but we're gonna move it to Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Probably 7. I'm guessing 7. Some
Unless
Elden Ring
something-
seamless. Yeah, unless something changes, but that's every stream. Elden Ring seamless co-op, which has been very, very fun so far. Looking forward
Yeah.
to our girl Joan of Dark coming back.
Booyah.
Going to dark, more for-
After we finished last time, I switched her weapon over to something else because I was like, it's kind of boring just using a sword. So she's using a different weapon now. So she'll have some new moves and a new AMV. She has also made. I've been told. She's informed me. It wasn't me. I didn't make it. She made it and sent it to me. I've been informed that she has created a new emo AMV, and that she hopes that you will all think that she's very cool. Or
I
she'll
think
cry.
she's very
She will cry if you don't tell her that she's cool. So you
She's
will have to
very
come to the
cool.
stream and you'll have to tell her that she's cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Glad to hear it. So yeah, that's our Elden Ring seamless co-op with Rika, Seraphim, and Bluefin. Rika and Seraphim are blind playing the game. They really don't know anything about Elden Ring at all, which has been very entertaining for me and Blue. As we just sort of very immersively, without spoiling anything, just sort of guide them, nudge them through the game, and show them all the cool stuff while playing our characters. Mine is emo edgelord Joan of Dark, and Blue's is just an actual monkey that we gave a weapon, and he follows us around.
He's been doing
Does he
really
kill
good.
things?
He's been doing
Yes,
really
he
good.
does.
Yeah, he's learned magic, so
Yeah,
he's
he learned magic.
smart little monkey. He sometimes speaks. We sometimes
Okay.
get glimpses of words.
Okay.
We do.
Me eat orange.
No, it's more like me cast Eldritch into incantation. If anything, he's quite a talented little wizard. That guy.
He really
Okay.
is. Ooh.
So yeah, that's our Elden Ring playthrough. It's chaotic, but it's fun. So tune into that. We'll be just doing some more of that very soon. Friday, 7. Watch it. Anyways,
there.
that's all we've got for the week. So thank you, chat, for tuning in, and I will see you guys then. This is me waving at you, chat. See, I'm waving. I got my little T, and I'm waving. You can see the hand moving, right? I'm waving goodbye.